People live in the present. They plan for and worry about the future. Given all the demands that come from living in the present, why worry about what has been?
Why study history? The answer is because we must gain access to the laboratory of human experience. When we study it, we gain access to the things that affect our own lives. We gain an enhanced capacity for communication, critical thinking, and simple awareness.
We must remember the sacrifice of those who came before us, of this greatest generation. At a time in their lives when their days and nights should have been filled with innocent adventure and love, they were fighting in the most primitive conditions possible across the bloody landscapes of Europe and the Pacific Islands.
They faced great odds, but they did not protest. They won the war. They saved the world. They came home to joyous and short-lived celebrations and immediately began the task of rebuilding their lives and the world they wanted. After all these years, they remained, for the most part, exceptionally modest.
They have so many stories to tell. Stories that in many cases they have never told before. Because in a deep sense, they didn't think that what they were doing was that important. Because everyone else was doing it too.
Tonight we share with you many of their stories, both those from the home front and beyond. But we focus our journey tonight on the story of a young girl. Caught up in the midst of a swirling world around her, she kept her thoughts, hopes, and fears alive beyond her years.
Of the many remarkable things about Anne Frank, perhaps most important is the fact of her survival. A survival contained between the covers of a small, red-checkered, cloth-covered book. Within this diary, there exists a young girl, touched with a perceptive genius on one hand and an almost overwhelming sensitivity on the other. Combined with these is a most exquisite sense of feeling and a knowledge of life at its finest. In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart, said Anne, with her quiet smile.
My mission is to destroy and exterminate! Hoarsely shouted the leader of the forces of Nazi Germany.
In 1943, this seemed quite a hopeless and unequal contest. All the communications machinery of a powerful nation was projecting the voice of its Führer, and his words were heard around the world. At the same time, Anne was quietly penning her words in the little diary, seen only by herself.
Today the shouting voice can no longer be heard, but daily, more and more people are repeating and reflecting on what Anne had to say.
This destiny to survive was illustrated dramatically in a conversation that film writer George Stevens had with Mr. Otto Frank in 1957. "We were sitting in a cramped little abbey in Amsterdam," he said. "I was holding in my hand a printed edition of The Diary of a Young Girl. It was in this building that Mr. Frank sheltered that group from the Nazis. After serious hesitation, I asked Mr. Frank, 'Can you tell me about something that happened when the Gestapo broke into your room? Their mission was to destroy. How is it that they did not find and destroy this diary?'
While Mr. Frank bravely described what happened on that fateful day, Mr. Stevens looked at the little volume in his hand and realized that Anne's persistent belief of the triumph of the good in human nature was best exemplified by the very survival of her writing.
On that day in August 1944, the Green Police were executing just another part of what Hitler had called the final solution to the Jewish problem. Their mission was to remove the Jews from Holland. While doing so, they were to loot, plunder, and most importantly, they were to leave no record or documentation of this work.
While searching the attic, the sergeant picked up Mr. Frank's briefcase. He asked if there was any jewels. Mr. Frank said there was nothing but papers. The sergeant opened it. Disappointed, he threw the papers and the diary to the floor and put the silverware and the Hanukkah candlestick into the briefcase. The little group, which had spent the last 25 months in this apartment, was led away. The room was left in disarray.
However, there remained on the floor the diary of a young girl. The Nazi soldiers had failed in their mission. They had left a statement to the world. They had left a comment on their work. They had left the story of a young girl in adolescence, her troubles with her parents, and her young love.
In this diary remained a story of great adventure, which was to symbolize a triumph of the human spirit.
Through the survival of this book, the thoughts, hopes, and beliefs of Anne Frank will endure forever.
Are you all right, Mr. Frank?
Yes, me. Yes.
Everyone in the office has gone home. It's after 6. Don't stay up here, Mr. Frank. What's the use of torturing yourself like this?
I've come to say goodbye. I'm leaving here, me.
What do you mean? Where are you going? Where?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Mr. Frank, this is your home. Amsterdam is your home. Your business is here waiting for you. Now that the war is over there.
I can't stay in Amsterdam, me. There are too many memories for me here. The house we lived in, the school, the children playing out there. I'm not the person you used to know me. I'm a bitter old man. Oh, forgive me. I shouldn't speak to you like this after all that you did, the suffering.
It wasn't suffering.
Can't say we suffer.
I know what you and Mr. Crawler went through. I'll remember it as long as I live. Come.
Mr. Frank, did you see? There are some papers. We found them in a heap of rubbish on the floor after you left.
Burn them.
But Mr. Frank, there are letters,
Burn
notes.
them. All of them.
Burn this?
Anne's diary. Monday, 6th of July, 1942. 1942. Is it possible? Only 3 years ago. Dear Diary, since you and I are going to be great friends, I will start off by telling you about myself. My name is Anne Frank. I am 13 years old. I was born in Germany the 12th of June, 1929. As my family is Jewish, we emigrated to Holland when Hitler came to power. My father started a business importing spice and herbs. Things went well for us until 1940. Then
Defeat,
the war came.
followed by the arrival of the
Followed
Germans.
by the arrival of the Germans.
Then
Things got very bad for the Jews.
You could not do this and you could not do that. They forced Father out of his business. We had to wear yellow stars. I had to turn in my bike. I couldn't go to a Dutch school anymore. I couldn't go to the movies or ride in an automobile or even on a streetcar and a million other things. But somehow we children still managed to have fun. Yesterday, Father told me we were going into hiding. Where, he wouldn't say. At 5 o'clock this morning, Mother woke me and told me to hurry and get dressed. I was to put on as many clothes as I could. It would look too suspicious if we walked along carrying suitcases. It wasn't until we were on our way that I learned where we were going. Our hiding place was to be upstairs, in the building where Father used to have his business. 3 other people were coming in with us. The Van Dams and their son, Peter. Father knew the Van Dams, but we had never met them.
I was able to help those people. They were powerless and didn't know where to turn. I always emphasized that we weren't heroes. We simply did our duty as human beings, helping others who were in need. But I found it extremely painful to see people who would love to go out and live in freedom, now sitting in a small space, worrying what the future would bring. I was particularly close to Otto and to Anne. I spoke with her for hours. She had every question imaginable. It is truly awful to see people living in fear. Otto had been my boss for many years. Now, he was dependent on me.
Let us not go like sheep to the slaughter, Jewish youth. Do not believe those who are deceiving you. Out of 80,000 Jews in our country, only 20,000 remain. In front of your eyes, our parents, our brothers, our sisters are being taken away from us. Where are the men who were taken away for labor by the Nazi kidnappers? Where are the naked women who were dragged away on that war night of our provocation? Where are the Jews of the Day of Atonement? Where are our brothers of the Second Ghetto? Anyone who is taken out through the gates of the ghetto will never return. All roads from the ghetto lead to death! Oh, despairing people, tear this deception away from your eyes. Your children, your husbands, your wives are no longer alive. And Ponnery? Ponnery is not a labor camp. Everyone there is shot. Hitler aims at destroying the Jews of Europe. But let us not go like sheep to the slaughter. It is true that we are weak, lacking protection. But the only reply to a murderer is resistance. Brothers, It is better that we die as free fighters than to live at the mercy of killers. Resist! Resist your last breath!
I first met Anne Frank when she was only 4 years old, in March 1934. Even in those early moments of our acquaintance, I was struck by her large dark brown eyes. Those searching, probing, questioning eyes. People ask why I did it, why I risked everything. Why did I hide them? I couldn't do otherwise. They were my friends. I didn't tell my wife anything. She was very ill, so I couldn't talk about it at home. For the people living in hiding, their lives changed completely. They had to be completely silent, especially during the day. But for us helpers, it was too a tense, frightening time. Our greatest fear was that the hiding place would be discovered.
Something's happened to them. I know it.
Now, Curly,
Mr. Frank said they'd be here at 7 o'clock. He said
they
that
have 2 miles to walk. You can't expect...
they've been picked up. That's what's happened. They've been taken, Pootie.
Calm down. It takes a while.
Yes, but
The Nazis out.
I know they've been taken. So what are we going to do?
You see?
Mrs. and Mr. Van Dam. There were too many green police out on the streets. We had to take the long way around. My wife, Edith, Mr. and Mrs. Van Dam. Their son, Peter, my daughters, Margaret and Anne.
I'm sorry there's still so much confusion.
Oh, please, don't think it. After all, we have plenty of leisure to arrange things ourselves.
We put the stores of food we sent in here. Your drugs are here. Soap and linen here. Oh, thank you. I made up the beds, the way Mr. Frank and Mr. Crawler said. You'll forgive me, I have to hurry. I've got to go to the other side of town to pick up some ration books. Ration books? If they see our names on ration books, they'll know we're here.
There isn't anything...
Don't worry, your names won't be on them. I'll be up later. Yes.
It's illegal to the ration books. We've never done anything illegal, Otto.
We won't be exactly living according to regulation here.
This isn't the black market, Mrs. Frank. This is what we call the white market, helping out the hundreds and hundreds who are hiding out.
It's the Western toy!
I must go. I must be out of here and downstairs before the workmen arrive. Meep or I, or both of us, will be up each day to bring you news, food, and to find out what your needs are. Oh, tomorrow I'll get you a better bolt for the door downstairs. You need a bolt that you can throw yourself and open only at our signals. Thank you.
Yes, how can we ever repay you?
You'll tell them about the noise. I'll tell them. Yes, goodbye for the moment. I'll be up again after the workmen leave.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Crawler. Otto, what did he mean about the noise?
First, let's take off some of these clothes.
Yeah. It's a wonder we weren't arrested walking along the streets. Petronella with a fur coat in July, and that cat of Peter's crying all the way.
A cat? Oh, Anne. It's all right. I've got on 3 more.
Right now, about noise. While the men are in the workroom below, we must have complete quiet. Every sound can be heard, not only in the workrooms, but in the offices below. Now, the men come at about 8:30 and leave at about 5:30. So, to be completely safe, from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening, we must not move unless it is necessary. Then, in stockinged feet, we must not speak above a whisper. We cannot run any water. We cannot use the sink, or even, forgive me, the WC. The pipes go down through the workrooms. It would be heard. No trash must ever be thrown out that might reveal that someone is living here. Not even a potato paring. Now, everything must be... Everything must be burned in the stove at night. This is the way we are to live.
until it is over, if we are to survive.
Until it's over.
After 6, we can move about. We can talk, we can eat supper, we can read and play games, just as we would at home. Now, I think it would be wise if we went and got settled before 8 o'clock. Mrs. Van Dam, you and your husband will be upstairs. I regret to inform you there's no room up there for Peter, but he will be here, near us. This room will serve as our common room, where we'll come to meet, to talk and read, just like one family.
And where do you and Mrs. Frank sleep?
This room is also our bedroom.
That isn't right. We'll sleep here and you sleep
Please,
upstairs.
please. It's the best arrangement. The only arrangement.
Never can we thank you. I don't know what would have happened to us if it hadn't been for Mr. Frank.
You don't know how your husband first helped me when I came to this country. Knowing no one, not able to speak the language, I can never repay him for that. May I help you with your things?
No, we'll be all right. Come along, Leafia.
You'll be all right, Peter. You're not afraid?
Mother, please.
You too must get some rest. You didn't close your eyes at all last night. Nor you, Margaret.
I slept, Father. Wasn't that funny? I knew it was the last night in my own bed, and yet I slept soundly.
I'm glad, Anne. Now you can help me straighten things in here. Good. Now, come with me.
Oh no, are you sure I can help relieve
You
Anne?
and
You
Margaret
haven't
rest
had
in
your
this.
milk yet.
I'll give it to her. Come rest in this room for the time being. Come on. And Peter, it's best you take your shoes off now before you forget.
Peter, I'm glad that you're with us.
Yes, Mrs. Frank.
What's your cat's name?
Mushi.
Mushy! Mushy. I have a cat, a darling little one, but they made me leave her behind. I left some food and a note for the neighbors to take care of her. I'm going to miss her terribly. What is yours, a him or a her?
He's a Tom. He doesn't like strangers.
I'll have to stop being a stranger then, won't I? Is he fixed?
Huh?
Did you have him fixed?
No.
Oh, you ought to have him fixed to keep him from fighting. Where did you go to school?
Jewish secondary.
But that's where Margaret and I go. I never saw you around.
I used to see you sometimes.
You did?
You were always in the middle of a bunch of kids.
Well, why didn't you ever come over?
I'm sort of a lone wolf.
Peter, what are you doing?
Taking it off.
But you can't do that. They'll arrest you if you go out without your star.
Who's going out?
Of course. You're right. Of course we don't need them anymore. I wonder what our friends are going to think when we don't show up today.
I didn't have any dates with anyone.
Oh, I did. I had a date with Yopi to play ping pong at her house this afternoon. Do you know Yopi DeWall?
No.
Yopi's my best friend. I wonder what she'll think when she telephones and there's no answer. Probably she'll go over to the house. I wonder what she'll think. We left everything as if we'd been suddenly called away. Breakfast dishes in the sink, beds not made. What are you going to do with yours?
Burn it.
It's funny. I can't throw it away. I don't know why.
You can't throw away something they branded you with, something they made you wear so they could spit on you.
I know. But after all, it is the Star of David, isn't it?
Maybe it's different for a girl.
Forgive me, Peter, but we must find a bed for your cat. I'm so glad you brought yours. Anne was feeling so badly about hers. Here we are. Will it be comfortable in this?
Thanks.
All right. And this is your room. I warn you, Peter, you cannot grow any more, not even an inch. Otherwise, you'll have to sleep with your feet out of the skylight.
Thanks.
Yes. Are you hungry?
No.
We have some bread and butter.
No, maybe later.
Well, you can have it for luncheon then. And tonight we'll have our first real supper. Our first supper together.
Thanks. Thanks.
That's a nice boy, Peter.
He's awfully shy, isn't he?
Oh, you'll get used to him, I know.
I certainly hope so, since he's the only boy I'm likely to see for months and months.
Anne, would you open the box there?
You know the way I'm going to think of it here? I'm going to think of it as a boarding house. Like a very peculiar summer boarding house. Like the one we used to... Father! Father, my movie stars! I've been wondering where they were. And Queen Wilhelmina!
Oh, Anne, no!
But there's no one in the building now.
It doesn't matter. You must never go beyond that door.
Not even at nighttime when everyone is gone? Or on Sundays, can't they go listen to the radio?
No, Annika. It isn't safe. I'm sorry. No, you must never go beyond that door.
I see.
It'll be hard, I know. But always remember this. There are no walls, no bolts, no locks that anyone can put on your mind. Meet, she'll bring us books. They'll read history, poetry, mythology. Here's your note. As a matter of fact, I think living here will have certain advantages for you, Anne. In fact, do you recall the other day the battle you had with your mother on the subject of overshoes? You said you would rather die than wear overshoes. But in the end, you had to wear them. Well, now you see, for as long as we're here, you will never have to wear overshoes. Isn't that good? And Margaret's coat.
Oh,
You won't have to wear that either.
thank goodness.
And the piano, you won't have to practice on the piano either. I tell you, it's going to be a fine life for you, Annika.
I thought I better get some water for Mushi before.
Oh, of course.
I expect I should be describing what it feels like to go into hiding, but I really don't know yet myself. I only know it's funny never to be able to go outdoors, never to breathe fresh air, never to run and shout and jump. It's a silence in the night that
frightens me most.
Every time I hear a creak in the house or a step on the street outside, I'm sure they're coming for us. The days aren't so bad. At least we know that maybe Mr. Crawler are down there below us in the office. Our protectors are coming. I asked Father what would happen to them if the Nazis found out they were hiding us. Tim said that they would suffer the same fate we would. Imagine, they know this, and yet when they come up here, they're always cheerful and gay, as if there was nothing in the world to bother them. Friday, the 21st of August, 1942. Today I'm going to tell you our general news. Mother is unbearable. She insists on treating me like a baby, which I loathe. Otherwise, things are going better. The weather is...
People started to pull out those barbed wires and jumped through those little windows. Even the SS people sat on the rooftop of the train and shot. But everybody took a chance. Whoever could, whoever it was possible to take a chance. Well, my father told us when the young people started to jump, he said, "You the oldest three." I was 17, my sister 16, and my brother 15. You the oldest three tried. Maybe somebody will survive. But we will stay here with the small children. Because even if they go out, they won't be able to survive. So my parents went with the small children. My sister. My brother jumped first, my sister second. Then I jumped, and I landed in a ditch of snow. They shot after us. They shot, they kept on shooting, but the bullet didn't hit me. When I didn't hear the train anymore, I got up. can still hear you scream. I want to live too.
They haven't broken out. 2 holes. Big ones, you know? And the ash from the crematoriums were coming in through pipes in these holes. And we were 10 people. And from 6 o'clock until 12 o'clock, and from 12 o'clock until 5 o'clock, we were pulling 1 wagon in Auschwitz with sand. 1 wagon with sand to cover up the ashes. That was my job for a few years there. I was imagining 9 weeks. 9 weeks, you see. 9 weeks. And I didn't wash my face, not once, because then in the barracks there was no water. When I washed my face, I was coming out imagining, headed to Auschwitz. Take off those clothes I wear in those 9 weeks, throw them away. They cut off my hair, I take a shower, and I get a clean shirt, and I said to myself, God is still with me. To pray is to say how the young blood is in the ground. You see, they killed a lot of children back then, and the blood, it just sinked into the ground. And I don't know what's going on. Till now, no one can figure out the Nazis. They were all crazy. They hollered to make it go fast. Everything in the crematoriums. They threw in people, you know. I will never forget. The children, alive. Just throw them in by an arm, a leg, a head, and throw them into the ovens. It was so tragic. The cries and the people crying there were so horrible. And I can feel it now. I can even see it. People were crying, the children were hollering, Mama, Daddy, help me. Mama, Daddy, help me.
Cannot forgive. I cannot forgive, and I do blame. I blame the German people a great deal because I felt that they were passive. They turned away. And they had the audacity still today to say that they didn't know. I'm sorry. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. It can't possibly. How can you not smell? They had to. They have to. And until they own up to it, I'm sorry. I can't. Look at all the people to run the camps, to run the trains. Men, women, children. My father. I have to picture my father going into the showers. Belgium was supposed to be neutral during the war. But Adolf Hitler ignored that and invaded Belgium anyways. There was a movement where you can inquire about hiding Jews, hiding children. I was hidden for 2 years. I was never allowed to go outside because of the Nazis discovered that when a woman was hiding a Jew, whether it was a little child or an adult, it wouldn't have mattered. They would have killed her on the spot. Of course, as well as me. I was never mistreated, ever. But I was also never loved. I lost a great deal of my childhood, simply because I was a Jew. For the longest time, I did not believe in God. So for me, it wasn't really a problem until I became older. You see, a lot of survivors feel very guilty about surviving. For the longest time, I kept asking myself, why am I alive? Why is my father dead? Why did 6 million die?
It's safe. The last workman is left.
Oh, and I'm first for the WC.
It's 6 o'clock. School's over.
You see my shoes?
Your shoes?
You've taken them, haven't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna be sorry.
Am I?
Oh, no, and Peter,
And stop it! Ouch! Peter, where are you going? Come dance with me.
I don't know how.
I'll teach you.
I'm going to give Mushi his dinner.
Can I watch?
He doesn't like people in there when he eats.
Peter, please.
No!
and dear, I don't think you should play with Peter like that. It's not dignified.
Who cares if it's dignified? I don't want to be dignified.
You complain that I don't treat you like an adult, yet when I do, you resent it.
I only want some fun. Someone to laugh and clown with. After you've sat still and done nothing all day, you've got to have some fun. I don't know what's the matter with that boy.
He isn't used to girls. Give him some time.
Time? Is it 2 months' time? I could cry. Margaret, come dance with me, please. You know we're going to forget how to dance.
I have to help with supper.
Next. Where's Peter? Where could he be?
He hasn't finished his lessons, has he? His father will kill him if he catches him in there with that cat and his work not done. Anne, get him out of there, will you?
Peter!
What is it?
Your mother says to come out.
I'm giving Mushi his dinner.
You know what your father says.
For heaven's sake, I haven't looked at him since lunch.
I'm just telling you, that's all.
I'll feed him.
I don't want you in there.
Peter,
Fine, but give him his dinner and then come right out.
now is that any way to talk to your little girlfriend?
Mother, will you please stop saying that?
Oh, look at him blush. Look at him.
I'm not. Let me alone, will you?
He acts as though it's something to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of to have a little girlfriend.
You're crazy. She's only 13.
So what? And you're 16. Just perfect. Your father's 10 years older than I am. I warn you, Mr. Frank. If this war lasts much longer, you and I are going to be related.
Mazel tov.
I wonder where Meep is. She's usually so prompt.
Excuse me, everyone. Forgive me if I don't stay. I have a friend in there waiting for me. My friend Tom Kett. Some people say we look alike, but he has the most beautiful whiskers, and I only have a little fuzz. I am hoping in
All right,
time.
Mrs. Quack Quack.
Peter!
I heard about you. How you talked so much in class they called you Mrs. Quack Quack. How you, Mr. Snyder, made you write a composition. Quack Quack says Mrs. Quack
Well,
Quack.
go on, tell them the rest. How it was so good that he read it out loud to his class, and then he read it out loud to all his
Quack,
other
quack,
classmates.
quack.
You're the most intolerable, insufferable boy I've ever met.
That's right, Danica. Give it
Of
to
all
him.
the boys in the world, why did I have to get locked up with one
Quack.
like you?
Quack, quack, quack. And from now on, stay out of my room.
And your hair. Oh. You're warm. Are you feeling all right?
I feel
Oh, you
fine.
haven't a fever, have you?
No.
Oh, and dear, don't do that. You know we can't call a doctor here ever. There's only one thing to do. Prevent an illness before it occurs. Now, let me see your tongue.
Mother, this is perfectly absurd.
And don't be such a baby. Let me see your tongue. Otto,
You hear your mother, Anne.
come on, open up. Well, you seem all right. Perhaps an aspirin.
For heaven's sake, don't give that child any pills. I waited for 15 minutes this morning for her to come out of WC. I was washing my hair.
I think there's nothing the matter with our little Anne that a ride on her bike or a visit with Yopi de Wall wouldn't cure. Isn't that so, Anne?
Maybe not come yet?
Oh, the workman just left a little while ago.
What's for dinner?
Beans.
Not again.
Oh, poor Booty, I know. But what can we do? That's all that Meep brought us.
We are now in what is known as the bean cycle. Beans boiled, beans in casserole, beans with strings, and beans without strings.
I saw you in there playing with your cat.
He just went in for a second, putting his coat away. He's been out here all this time doing his lessons.
Anne, you got an excellent in your history today, and a very good in Latin.
How about algebra, Pim?
I'll have to make a confession. Up till now, I've been able to stay ahead of you in algebra. Today, you passed me. We'll leave it to Margaret to correct.
Isn't algebra vile, Pim?
Oh, vile.
How did I do? Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Excellent.
You could have used the subjunctive right here.
Well, should I? I thought that since I used it here, I didn't have to.
Oh,
Mrs. Van Dam,
no.
may I try on your coat?
Oh, no, Anne. It's all right. But be careful with it. My father gave it to me the year before he died. He always bought the best money could buy.
Mrs. Van Dam, did you have a lot of boyfriends?
Oh, no, Anne, that's a personal question.
It's not courteous to ask personal questions.
I don't mind. I don't mind. Our house was always swarming with boys. One summer we had...
Heavens, not this again.
Shut up! One summer, we had a big house in Halverson. The boys came buzzing around like bees around a jam pot. And when I was 16, we were wearing our skirts, very short those days, and I had good-looking legs. I still have them. I may not be as pretty as I used to be, but I still have my legs. How about it, Mr. Frank?
All right, we see them.
I'm not asking you.
We see them.
I'm not asking you.
Mother,
I am asking Mr. Frank.
Mother, for heaven's sake.
Oh, I embarrass you, do I? Well, I hope the girl you marry has as good. But my father used to worry about me with so many boys hanging around. He told me, if any of them gets fresh, you say to him, remember, Mr. So-and-so. Remember, I'm a lady. Remember, Mr. So-and-so. Remember, I'm a lady.
Look at you talking that way in front of her. Don't you know she puts it all down in that diary?
So she does. I'm only telling the truth.
Peter, would you mind if I moved over to the couch?
Haven't you finished yet?
No.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
All right. I'm a dunce. I'm a hopeless case. Why do I go on?
You're not hopeless. Don't talk that way. It's just you haven't anyone to help you like the girls have. Maybe you could help him, Mr. Frank.
Oh, I'm sure that his
Oh,
father...
no, not me. I can't do anything with him. He won't listen to me. You go ahead and try, if you want.
How about it, Peter? Shall we make our school co-educational?
Oh, you're an angel, Mr. Frank, an angel. I don't know why I didn't meet you before I met that one there. Here, sit down, Mr. Frank. Good honor. Now, Peter, you listen to Mr. Frank.
I think it would be best if we went in Peter's room.
That's right. You go in there. Peter, you listen to Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank's a highly educated man.
I can hear a man's voice talking.
It's bad enough in here without you sprawling out all over the place.
If you didn't smoke so much, you wouldn't be so bad-tempered.
Am I smoking? Do you see me smoking?
Oh, don't tell me you've used up all those cigarettes.
One package. Meep only brought me one
It's a filthy
package.
habit anyway. It's a good time to break yourself.
Stop it,
You're
please.
smoking up all our money. You know that.
Will you
don't
shut up? What are you staring at, huh?
I've never seen two grown-ups quarrel before. I thought only children quarreled.
This isn't a quarrel. It's a discussion. And I never heard children so rude.
Will you bring me my knitting? I must remember to have me bring me more wool when she comes.
I made a list. I need some hairpins and some soap.
Yes, have you some library books for me when she comes? It's a wonder Meep has a life of her own, the way we make her run errands for us. Please, Meep, give me some starch. Take off my hair and have it cut. Tell me all the latest news, Meep. Did you know she was engaged? His name is Dirk, and Meep's afraid the Nazis are going to ship him off to work in one of their war plants. That's what they're doing with some of the young Dutchmen these days.
Don't you ever
They
get
pick 'em up off
tired
the
of
streets.
talking? Suppose you try to keep still for 5 minutes.
And just come finish
Just
your milk.
5 minutes. It's not that hard. I do it every day. At least twice as long. Talk, talk, talk. I never heard such a child talk so much. Every evening, it's the same. Talk, talk, talk about nothing over and over again. Same subjects every time.
What are you looking for?
My pipe. Have you seen my pipe?
What good's a pipe? You haven't any tobacco.
At least I'll have something to hold in my mouth. Everyone's so worked up around here about nothing. Move your feet. It might be under the couch. Margaret, have you seen my pipe?
It was on the table last night.
I know. No, and he's not there anymore. Anne? Have you seen my pipe? Anne?
And Mr. Van Dam is speaking to you.
Am I allowed to talk now?
Whoa, you are the most aggravating. You know, the problem with you is you've been spoiled. What you need is a good old-fashioned spanking.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so. Remember, I'm a lady.
Why can't you be nice and quiet? Like your sister Margaret. Why do you have to show off all the time? Let me give you a little advice, young lady. Men don't like that kind of thing in a girl. A man likes a girl who will listen to him once in a while. A domestic kind of girl who will keep her house shining for her husband. A girl who likes to cook and sew.
I'd cut my throat first! I'd open my veins! I'm going to Paris to study music and art. I'm going to be a famous dancer or singer or something wonderful.
Oh, Anne! Oh, now look at what you've done! You clumsy little fool, my beautiful fur coat!
I'm so sorry!
What do you care? It isn't yours, so go and ruin it! You have any idea what this coat costs, do you? Now look at it!
Very sorry!
I can just kill you for this! I can just kill you!
Petronella, Alicia, the dinner!
And you mustn't behave that way!
It was an accident. Anyone can have an accident.
And I need to answer back. You must never answer back, Anne. They're our guests, and we must always show the greatest courtesy to them. But we're living under terrible tension as it is. You don't hear Margaret getting into arguments with them, do you? Try to be like Margaret. She's courteous with them and never familiar. And they respect her for it, Anne.
Try to be like Margaret. The way they do her, no thanks.
I am not worried about anyone walking all over you, Anne. I am worried about other people. I don't know what happens to you, Anne. You're wild and self-willed. If I ever talk to my mother as if you talk to me...
People aren't like that anymore. Yes, mother, no, mother, anything you say, mother. I've got to fight things out for myself. Make something of myself.
It isn't necessary to fight, to do it. Margaret doesn't...
Margaret, that's all I ever hear from anyone. How wonderful Margaret is.
Oh, Anne, stop being so...
Everything she does is right, and everything I do is wrong. I'm the goat around here. You're all against me, and you worst of all.
Well, let's put some supper on if anyone cares to have it. I don't know how we can go on like this. I tried to talk to Anne and she flies at me.
You know, Anne, in a half hour she'll be out here laughing and joking again.
And I told your father it wouldn't work. But he said no. He said he owed it to them. He said that he had to ask them. Now he knows I was right. These quarrels and this bickering, and we can't go on. Oh, every time I hear that noise, my heart stops.
Father!
Thank you, Margaret. How's everyone his list?
I'll get my books. Meet's here. Your list is in there.
Is it me?
Yes, Father's gone down to let her in.
At last I'll have some cigarettes.
Well, I'm awfully sorry about Mrs. Van Dam's coat. Anne never should have touched it.
She'll be all right.
Are you sure there's nothing that I can do? I mean...
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
All right. Get your list, Anne.
Peter, do you have your list? Looking for it?
Oh, Mr. Crowler, how are you?
How are you, Mr. Crawler?
This is a surprise. When Mr. Crowler comes, the sun begins to shine.
Meep is coming tonight?
Not tonight.
Oh, would you like a cup of coffee? Or better still, will you stay and have supper with us?
Mr. Caller says he has something he'd like to talk over with us.
Oh, what is it?
Something has happened, he says, that demands an immediate decision.
Usually when I come up here, I try to bring some bit of good news. What's the use of telling you the bad news when there's nothing you can do about it? But tonight, something has happened. Dirk, Meep Sturk, you know, came to me just now. He says he has a Jewish friend living near him, a dentist. He says he's in trouble. He begged me, is there anything I could do for this man? Could I find him a hiding place? So I've come to you. I know it's a terrible thing to ask, living as you are, but would you take him in?
Of course.
It will only be for a night or two, until I find another hiding place. This happened so suddenly, and I didn't know where to turn.
Where is he?
Downstairs in the office.
What?
Good. Bring him up.
His name is Dussel. Jan Dussel.
Dussel. I think I know him. I'll go get him. I'm sorry I spoke without consulting you, but I know you feel as I do.
There's no need for you to consult anyone. This is your place. You can do as you please. The only thing I feel is, There's so little food as it is, and to bring in another person...
We can stretch the food. It's only for a couple of days.
You want to make a bet?
Otto, I think it's fine to have him, but where are we going to put him? Where?
He can have my bed. I'll sleep on the floor. I wouldn't mind.
Oh, that's good of you, Peter, but your room is too small, even for you.
I have a much better idea. I'll come in here with you and Mother, and Margaret can have Peter's room, and Peter can go in my room with Mr. Dussel.
Yes, that's right. We could do that.
No, Margaret, no. Neither you nor Anne should sleep in that room. Mushi's caught some rats in there. Peter's brave. He doesn't mind.
Then how about this? I'll come in here with you and Mother, and Mr. Dussel can have my bed.
No. Margaret will come in here with us, and he can have her bed. Margaret, get your things.
Why
and help her.
Margaret? Why
Because
can't I
it wouldn't
come
be
in there?
proper for Margaret to sleep with... And please don't argue,
Anne,
please.
you don't mind sharing your room with Mr. Dussel, do you?
No, of course not.
Good. Where's the cognac?
It's back there, but Otto, I was saving it in case of an illness.
I think we couldn't find a better time to use it. Peter, will you get me 5 glasses?
What's happening? What's going on?
Someone's moving in with us.
In here? You're joking. It's only for a night or two until Mr. Crawler can find another place.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Dussel.
This is Mr. Frank.
Mr. Otto Frank.
Yes.
May I help you with the things? This is my wife, Edith. My daughters, Margaret, Anne, the Van Zands, Mr. and Mrs. and their son, Peter.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you all. Mr. Dussel, I leave you in good hands. Oh, Dirk's coat.
What can I ever say to thank you?
Oh, meet and Mr. Crawler, they're our lifelines. Without them, we couldn't
Oh,
live.
please, you make us sound very heroic. Isn't that at all? We just don't like the Nazis. We don't like their methods. We don't like anything about them.
I know. No one's going to tell us Dutchmen what to do with our damn Jews.
Pay no attention to Mr. Frank. I'll be up later to see that they're treating you right. Don't bother to come down again. Peter will lock the door after me, won't you, Peter?
Yes.
Thank you. I'll do it.
Right.
Please, Mr. Dussel, sit.
I'm dreaming. I just know it. Mr. Otto Frank here? But a woman told me. She said she'd been to your house. The door was open. Everything was in disorder. Dishes in the sink. But she said she found a piece of paper in the waste paper basket with an address scribbled on it. An address in Zurich. So she said you must have escaped to Zurich.
Father put that there purposely, just so people would think that very thing.
And you've been here all this time?
All this time, ever since July.
It worked, Pim. The address he left. Mr. Dussel says people believed we escaped to Switzerland.
I'm glad. Now, let's have a toast to welcome Mr. Dussel. To Mr. Dussel, welcome. We are very honored to have you with us.
To Mr. Dussel, welcome.
That was good.
Did Mr. Crawler warn you that you won't get much to eat here? You can imagine. Only 3 ration books among the 7 of us. Oh, and you make 8.
Mr. Van Daan, you don't realize what is going on, that you should warn me of a thing like that. You don't realize what's going on. Right here in Amsterdam, hundreds of Jews disappeared. They surround a block and search house by house. Children come back home from school to find their parents missing. Hundreds are being deported. People that you and I know. The Hallensteins, the Wetzels.
Oh, no.
They get their call-up notice. Come to the Jewish theater on such and such a day. Bring only what you can carry in a rucksack. And if you refuse the call-up notice, they'll come and ship you off and drag you from your home and ship you off to Mauthausen, the death camp.
Oh, we didn't know things had gotten so much worse.
Well, forgive me for speaking so.
Do you know the DeWalls? Their daughter Yopi and I, we were in the same class. Yopi's my best friend.
They are gone.
God?
With all the others.
Oh, no. Not Yopi.
There were some people called Wagner. They lived near
I
us.
think we can hold this off until later. We'll have many questions we want to ask Mr. Dussel.
Yes,
But
yes.
I'm sure he'd like to be settled before supper.
Yeah, I brought very little with me.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry we can't give you a room alone, but I'm sure you won't be too uncomfortable. Now, we have a set of rules, a strict schedule. Anne, would you take Mr. Dussel to his room?
If you'll come with me, Mr. Dussel.
Forgive me if I haven't really expressed my appreciation to all of you. This has been such a shock to me. I've always considered myself Dutch. I was born in Holland. My father was born in Holland, and my grandfather. And yet, after all these years, well, if you'll excuse me.
Well, here we are.
He tells it much differently from Mr. Crawler.
I like it better the way Crawler tells it.
You're going to share the room with me.
Well, I'm a man who's always lived alone, so I haven't had to adjust myself to others. I hope you'll bear with me until I learn how.
Have you always lived all alone? Have you no family at all?
No one.
How dreadful. You must be terribly lonely.
Well, I'm used to it.
I don't think I could ever get used to it. Didn't you ever have a pet? A cat or a dog?
Well, I have an allergy for fur-bearing animals. They give me asthma.
Oh dear. Peter has a cat.
A cat?
Yes, but we
He has
hardly
it
ever
here?
see it. He keeps it in his room all the time, so I'm sure it'll be all right.
Let us hope so.
That's your bed where you're going to sleep. I sleep on this one here. The best part about this room? You can look down and see a bit of the canal. There's a houseboat. A bargeman was there with his family. They have a baby, and he's just beginning to walk, and I'm so afraid he's going to fall into the canal someday. I watch.
Your father, he spoke of a schedule?
Oh, yes. It's mostly about the times that we have to be quiet, and times for the WC. You can use it now if you like.
Oh, no thank you.
I suppose you think it's awful my talking about a thing like that, but you don't know how important it can get to be, especially when you're frightened. About this room, the way Margaret and I did, she had it to herself in the afternoons for studying, reading, lessons, you know, and I took the mornings. Would that be all right with you?
Well, I'm not my best in the mornings.
You stay here in the mornings then. I'll take the afternoons.
So tell me, when you're in here, where am I spending my time? In there? With all the people?
Yes.
I see.
We have supper at 6:30.
Well, if you don't mind, I would like to lie down quietly for 10 minutes. It helps with digestion.
Of course. I hope I'm not going to be too big of a bother to you. I seem to be able to get everybody else's back up.
I get along very well with children. All my patients bring their children to me because they know I get on very well with them, so don't you worry about that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dussel.
And yesterday, I finished Sissy Van Marksvelt's latest book. I think she's a first-class writer. I shall definitely let my children read her. Monday, the 21st of September, 1942. Mr. Dussel and I had another battle yesterday. Yes, Mr. Dussel. According to him,
Nothing. I repeat, nothing is right about that girl.
My appearance, my character, my manners. While he was going on at me, I thought, oh, sometime I'll give you such a smack that you'll fly right up to the ceiling. Why is it that every grown-up thinks he knows the way to bring up children? Particularly the grown-ups that never had any. I keep wishing Peter was a girl instead of a boy. Then I would have someone to talk to. Margaret's a darling, but she takes everything too seriously. To pause for a moment on the subject of Mrs. Van Dam, I must tell you that her attempts to flirt with Father are getting her nowhere. Him, thank goodness, won't play.
It looks singularly harmless. The Meidnik camp was established by the Nazis in 1941, soon after the conquest of the then Russian-occupied region of Poland. The primary purpose of the camp was the speedy extermination of new arrivals. It is estimated that 1.5 million died during its 3 years of existence.
My first reaction to Meidnik was a feeling of surprise. I imagined something horrible and sinister beyond words, and, well, there's nothing like that. Is that it? I asked, when we approached what looked like a large worker settlement.
The place was large, like a whole town of barracks all painted a pleasant soft green. The inside of the barracks were made of concrete, with a water tap coming out of the wall. Benches lined around the outside where clothes could be put down and afterwards collected.
So this is where they were driven. Or perhaps were they kindly invited to step this way, please? Did any of them suspect that after washing themselves after a long journey, what would happen a few moments later?
After the washing was over, the people were asked to step into the next room. At this point, even the most unsuspecting must have begun to wonder. For the next room was a series of large concrete structures, each about 1/4 the size of the bathhouse, but unlike it, had no windows. The naked people were driven or forced into these large concrete structures. And then, with 200 to 250 people at a time, the process of gassing began. First, hot air was pumped in from the ceiling. Then, the pretty pale blue crystals of cyclone were showered in, which quickly evaporated in the hot, wet air. In anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes, everyone was dead. Nearly 2,000 people could be disposed of simultaneously.
A touch of blue on the floor caught my eye. It was very faint, but still legible. In blue chalk, someone had written the word Vergast and crudely drawn a skull and crossbones. Vergast. I had never seen this word before, but obviously it meant gassed. And not just gassed, but with that eloquent little prefix, ver. Gas out. This job finished. Now on with the next lot. That chalk came into motion when there was nothing but a heap of naked corpses inside this room. But what cries, what curses, and what prayers, perhaps, had been uttered only moments before.
My shift at the beta factory was in the afternoon. As usual, my wife, who was 6 months pregnant, would escort me to the end of the ghetto. I kissed her goodbye. About a half an hour later, the ghetto was surrounded by armed SS. Everyone knew something bad was coming. Around 11 o'clock, the shooting started. Machine guns, revolvers, shooting like in a war. We could hear crying from women and children, and the hollering of the SS men. They formed a line of people, making them move in the direction of the train station. They pulled out people. We could hear them hollering, begging for their lives, asking for mercy. Then a shot. Then quiet. The night started disappearing, as did the marching people. From time to time, we could still hear rifles, probably on people who tried to hide. I didn't have my family to go home to anymore. It was already dark when SS troops marched in the ghetto, calling and hollering for people to get out in the street. From there, they ran us to a huge place, free of buildings. There, a mass of people squeezed together, fighting for breath. Mothers lost their children. People stepped on some. There was no way to help them. The SS troops marched the people from the ghetto to the train to take to the gas chambers in Treblinka. I knew I was marching to my death, and yet there was nothing I or we could do, now or even before.
Something must be done about that child, Mrs. Frank. Yelling like that? Who knows, but there's someone out on the street listening. She is endangering all of our lives.
It's all right. It's all right.
Every night she twists and turns. I don't sleep. I spend half the night shushing her. And now it's nightmares.
Please, Mr. Deuce, just go back to sleep. She'll be all right in a minute or two, won't you, Anne?
No, thank you. I'm going to the WC. The one place where there's peace.
Safe, you see, it was just a dream.
What is it? What's happened?
Nightmare. She was having a nightmare.
I thought someone was murdering her.
Unfortunately, no.
Thank you, Peter.
See, you're safe. It was just a dream. It's all right. Would you like a glass of water, perhaps, if you told me?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, poor darling. Here, I'll stay right here next to you until you fall asleep, all right?
You don't have to.
But I would like to. Very much I'd like to.
I'd rather you didn't.
Oh. All right, then. There's nothing else that you want, then, Anne?
Will you please ask Father to come?
Oh, of course, Anne. She wants you.
Edith.
She wants you. It's all right. I thank God that at least she has you to turn to when she needs comfort. Go to her, Otto. Go to her. She wants nothing of me. She leaned away when I turned down to kiss her.
You heard Father. It's a phase. All girls turn to their fathers at this age.
No, you didn't. You didn't shut me out.
She'll get over
Green,
it.
they came to get us. The Green Police. They grabbed me and broke down the door and started to drag me out the way they did
take
Yopi.
this pill.
What is it?
Something to quiet you. Do you want me to read to you for a while?
No, just sit with me for a minute. Was I awful? Did I yell terribly loud? Do you think anyone outside could have heard?
No. Relax. Lie down. Sleep.
I'm such a coward. I think I've really grown up. I think I've conquered my fear. And then something happens and I run to you like a baby. I love you, Father. I don't love anyone but you.
Anna.
It's true. I've been thinking about it for a long time. You're the only one I really love.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Anne. But I'd be much happier if you said you loved your mother too. She needs your help so much. Your love.
She doesn't understand me. Every time I try to express my views on life to her, she asks me if I'm constipated.
She's in there crying, Anne. She's crying.
I can't help it. I only told the truth. I didn't want her here. Oh, him. I was horrible, wasn't I? And the worst of it is, I can look up and watch myself doing it and know it's cruel, and yet I can't stop doing it. What's wrong with me? Help me, don't tell me it's just a phase.
We as parents can only do so much for our children. We can try to set a good example, pulling the way. But the rest is up to you. You must build your own character.
I'm trying. Really, I am. Every night before I go to sleep, I think back over all the things I did that day that were wrong. Like putting the wet mop in Mr. Deucel's bed. And now this with Mother. I say to myself, that was wrong. I make up my mind I'm never going to do it again. Of course, I may do something worse, but at least I'll never do that again. I have a nicer side, Father. A sweeter, nicer side. But I'm scared to show it. I'm afraid that people are going to laugh at me if I'm serious. So the mean Anne comes to the outside, and the good Anne stays on the inside. And I try to switch them around and have the good Anne be on the outside and the bad Anne on the inside. And be what I'd like to be. And maybe, if only,
The air raids are getting worse. They come over day and night. The noise is terrifying. Pim says it should be music to our ears. The more planes, the sooner will come the end of the war. Mrs. Van Dam pretends to be a fatalist. What will be, will be. But when the planes come over, who is the most frightened? No one else but Petronella. Monday, the 9th of November, 1942. Wonderful news. The Allies have landed in Africa. Pim says that we can look for an early finish to the war. Just for fun, he asked each of us what was the first thing that we wanted to do when we got out of here. Mrs. Van Dam longs to be home with her own things. Her needlepoint chairs, the Bechstein piano her father gave her. The best that money could buy. Peter would like to go to a movie. Mr. Dussel wants to get back to his dentist's drill. He's afraid he's losing his touch. For myself, there are so many things. To ride a bike again, to laugh till my belly aches, to have new clothes from the skin out, to have a hot tub filled to overflowing and wallow in it for hours, to be back in school with my friends.
October 11th, 1939. The town is crowded with Germans. They're quartered in all the larger houses. Most of them are from Austria, but there are a few from Vienna. For the most part, they're just trying to clean up the city. For this work, they're using only Jews. Jews must sweep the streets and clean out the public latrines and fill in all the street trenches. There are German notices everywhere telling us what we may expect in the future. We must return all arms. We must report all contagious diseases. The police curfew is from 10 p.m. to 5:30 a.m., and the restrictions on Jewish shops changes from day to day. Some days they are allowed to open, and others they are not. It seems like most of the new orders are aimed at the Jews. February 18th, 1940. I met a woman today who had just arrived from Chemlo. For some time, I've been receiving alarming information about the execution of the mentally ill at the psychiatric ward at Chemlo Hospital. She confirmed that they were true. All of the mentally ill patients were shot with machine guns. But under penalty of death, none of the hospital employees were permitted to speak of this crime. It is so hard to believe anything as terrible as this.
The siege of Leningrad. The Astoria looks like a hotel now. But you should have seen it during the famine. It was turned into a hospital. Just hell. They used to bring here all sorts of people, mostly intellectuals who were dying of hunger. But a lot of them were too far gone and died almost the moment they got here. I know what it's like to be hungry. I was so weak I could hardly walk. I had to use a walking stick to support me. I live only a mile away in Sadovia. But since I had to stop and sit down and breathe every 100 yards, sometimes it took me over an hour to get home. You don't know what it was like. You simply stepped over bodies on the streets, on the stairs. You simply stopped taking any. There was no use worrying. Terrible
things used to happen. Some people went quite insane with hunger. And I'm afraid the practice of hiding the dead somewhere in the house and using their ration cards was very common indeed. So many people died, the authorities couldn't keep track of all the deaths. So many people died. We had to bury them without coffins. People had their feelings blunted and never seemed to weep at the funerals. It was all done in complete silence, without any display of emotion. Dear Carl, before going to bed tonight, I must write a few lines. How I wish that I could hold you close and tell you I love you, and what you have meant to me in the past 21 years that have flown by. When you were a baby, we left you with the other children. Your father and I went to the dance. We were young and loved to dance then. When we got back, you had rolled out of bed and onto the hearth of the fireplace in our old bedroom. You were cold and wet. I worry again that you are cold and wet. Well, we had a splendid Christmas. Gordon gave me a lovely coat, and your dad a leather jacket. Dad gave me a black dress. Uncle and Blade gave me socks, and your dad mittens. Letha gave me a house dress, and your dad a shirt. Doc gave us plates, cups, and saucers. I haven't heard much from home. President Roosevelt said no layoffs for New Year's. All our men will work. I guess Charlie will get to work since he was laid off. I got a lot of nice cards, but none that I was more proud of than the one the government sent, with a sticker to put in my window, and a lovely verse about you. Well, I must get this out to the corner or it won't go out. I love you, as ever, Mother.
Praise be thou, O Lord, our God, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us with thy commandments and bidden us kindle the Hanukkah lights. Praised be thou, O Lord, our God, ruler of the universe, who has wrought wondrous deliverances for our fathers in days of old. Praised be thou, O Lord, our God, ruler of the universe, that thou hast given us life and sustenance, and hast brought us to this happy season. Amen. We kindle the Hanukkah lights to celebrate the great and wonderful deeds wrought with zeal, with which God filled the hearts of the heroic Maccabees 2,000 years ago. They fought against indifference, against tyranny and oppression, and they restored our temple to us. May these lights always remind us that we should ever look to God, whence cometh our help. Amen.
Amen. I lift up mine eyes unto the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, who hath made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth Israel doth neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall keep thee from all evil. He shall keep thy soul. The Lord shall guard thy going out and thy coming forth from this time forth and forevermore. Amen.
Amen.
Well, thank you. That was very moving.
It isn't over yet.
Sit down. Sit down.
There's lots more songs and presents.
But not this year, unfortunately.
But always on Hanukkah, everyone gives presents. Everyone.
Yeah, like our St. Nicholas Day.
No, not like St. Nicholas. What kind of Jew are you that you don't know Hanukkah?
I remember particularly the candles like the ones we have tonight. And then the next night you have 2, and then the next night 3. Until you have 8 candles burning. And once you have 8 candles burning, it's truly beautiful.
Oh, and the potato pancakes.
Oh, don't talk about them.
I make the best latkes you've ever tasted.
Well, invite us all next year in your own home.
God willing.
God willing.
What I remember best is the presents we used to get. 8 days of presents, and each day they got better and better. We are all here alive, right? That's present enough.
No, it isn't. I've got something.
What?
Presents.
Presents.
Behind.
Look! What's she got on her head? A lampshade?
Oh dear. They're every which way. This is for Margaret. Go ahead, read it out loud.
Margaret, you've never lost your temper. You never will, I fear. You are so good, but if you should, put your crosswords here. A new crossword puzzle book. Wherever did you get it?
It isn't new. It's one that you've done. But I rubbed it all out, and if you wait a little and forget, you can do it all over again.
Oh, it's wonderful, Anne. You never know was it new. Thank you.
Mrs. Van Dam.
Oh, this is awful. I haven't anything for anyone I never
all
thought.
Anne's idea.
What is it?
It's hair shampoo. I took all the odds and ends of soap and mixed it with the last of my perfume. Oh, Annika, I wanted to write a poem for all of them, but I didn't have time. Yours, Mr. Van Dam, is something really special. Something you want more than anything. Look, cigarettes!
Cigarettes?
2 of them. Pim found some old pipe tobacco in the pocket lining of his coat. And we made them. Or rather, Pim did.
Well, light it, Pootie. Light it.
It's real tobacco, really it is. There's a little fluff in it, but not much.
Oh, look at him.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you.
For Mother. Hanukkah greeting. Oh.
Here's an IOU that I promise to pay. 10 hours of doing whatever you say. Signed, Anne Frank.
10 hours of doing whatever you're told? Anything you're told?
That's right.
Mrs. Frank, you wouldn't mind selling that, would you?
Oh, no, never. This is the most precious gift that I've ever received. Thank you, Anne.
For Pim.
Annika, I wasn't supposed to get a present.
It's a muffler, like an ascot, you know. I knitted it out of odds and ends. I made it each night after I'd gone to sleep. I'm afraid it looks much better in the dark.
No, it's fine. It fits me perfectly. Thank you, Annika.
That's for Mushi.
Oh, on behalf of Mushi, I thank you.
And this is for you, from Mrs. Quack Quack. Well, go on, open it. Aren't you going to open it?
I'm afraid something's gonna jump out and hit me.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that, really.
What is it, Pater? Go on. Show it.
It's a safety razor!
A what?
A razor! You didn't make that out of odds and ends. It isn't new. Meep got it for me. It's secondhand. But you really do need a razor now.
For what?
Look on his upper lip. You can see the beginning of a mustache.
Oh, you want to get rid of that? Put a little milk on that and have that cat lick it off.
Oh, think you're funny, do you?
Peter.
Look, he can't wait. He's going to try it on right now.
I'm going to give Mushi his present.
Mushy, mushy, mushy.
And last, but never least, my roommate, Mr. Dussel.
For me? You got a present for me?
I made them myself.
Capsules. 2 capsules.
They're earplugs,
Earplugs.
so you don't have to hear me when I thrash around at night. They're not real ones. I saw them advertised in a magazine. I made them out of cotton and candle wax. Try them. See if they don't work. See if you can hear me talk.
All right. Wait till I get them in. So.
Are you ready?
Huh?
Are you ready?
One's gone inside. Heavens! Ah! Thank you, man. Thank you.
And now let's have the song. Have you heard the Hanukkah sound, Mr. Dussel? The song is the whole thing. Oh Hanukkah, the sweet celebration.
And I'm afraid we shouldn't sing that song tonight. It's a song of jubilation, of rejoicing. One is too apt to become enthusiastic.
Oh, please, Pam, I promise not to shout.
Very well. But quietly now. I'll keep an eye on you, and then when we finally are together.
You! How many times I told you out? Get that cat out of here!
Any sense? Get that cat out of here right now. You heard me. Get it out of here right now.
I have no cat.
Well, it doesn't have to be the cat. His clothes are enough. Every time he comes out of that room.
Don't worry about it. You won't have to be bothered by it anymore. We're getting rid of it.
At last, you listen to me.
Oh, I'm not doing it for you. That's all in your mind. All of it. I'm just doing it because I'm sick of seeing that cat eat all of our food.
That's not true. I only give him bones. Scraps.
Don't tell me. He gets fatter every day. The damn cat looks better than any of us. Out he goes, and tonight...
No.
Mr. Van Den, you can't do that. That's Peter's cat. Peter loves that cat.
If he goes, I go.
Go.
You're not going, and the cat's not going. No, please. This is Hanukkah. Hanukkah. This is time to celebrate. What's the matter with all of you? Come on, Anne. Let's have the song.
Oh, Hanukkah,
First,
oh,
Anne,
Hanukkah, the sweet.
First, let's pop these candles, then we'll have some for tomorrow.
But, Father, you're supposed to let them burn themselves out.
I'm sure that God understands shortages. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, that thou hast permitted us and sustained us to celebrate this joyous festival. Amen.
Did you hear anything?
No, I think they've gone.
It's the group police! They found us!
They would have been out here by now.
They're going to get us! That's all! They'll be back! They're going to get us!
It may have been the Gestapo.
Or a thief looking for money.
I know. We've got to do something quick! Quick, before they come back and get us! You're right. Oh, get some water! Get some water!
No one's going to run anywhere.
If they found us, I'm going down.
No, Otto! No, Father, don't go! There may be somebody there! Quick, make your
Mother, it's Saturday. There's no way to find out what has happened until me or Mr. Crawler come on Monday morning. We can't live in this uncertainty.
Margaret, come stay right by me.
Quiet.
Shh. Pony, where's our money? I hear you're by the green police officer so much ahead. Quick, let's go get the money. You find me! That's a trash can. We'll be ready to do something quick. Come back up and get get us!
We're going to be caught. We don't know that yet.
Please, Mr. Van Dam, go get Father!
No, we don't need to do that yet.
Somebody go get
I
Father!
lift up mine eyes
I'll
from
go.
the mountains.
Haven't
whence
you done enough?
Cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, who hath made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee doth not slumber. He that keepeth Israel doth neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy shade. The Lord will not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall...
It was a thief. The noise must have scared him.
Oh, thank goodness!
He took the cash box, the radio. He left in such a hurry that he didn't bother to shut the street door. It was swinging wide open. I think it'd be good if we had some light.
Are you sure it's all right?
The danger's past. Anne, don't be so terrified.
Mr. Frank, who says the danger's past? Don't you realize we're in greater
Mr.
danger
Do so,
than ever?
would you be still?
And thanks to this clumsy fool, someone now knows we're up here. Someone now knows we're up here hiding.
Someone knows we're here, yes. But who is that someone? A thief? A thief? You think a thief is going to go to the great place and say, I was robbing the place the other night, and he heard noises above my head. You think a thief is
Yes,
going to do that?
I think he will.
You're crazy.
I think that someday he'll get caught. The Gestapo will catch him and he'll make a bargain with them. If they'll let him off, he'll let them know where some Jews are hiding.
He's right.
We must follow. We gotta get out of here. Come on, let's go. We can't stay here.
Yes.
Where?
Yes, Otto, where?
Have we all lost faith? All hope? All courage? A moment ago, we had thought they'd come for us. We thought it was the end. But it wasn't. We're alive. We're safe. Praise be thou, O Lord, our God, that in thine infinite mercy thou hast seen fit to spare us. Amen. Come on, Anne. This song.
Oh Hanukkah, the sweet celebration. Around the feast we gather in complete jubilation. Happiest of seasons now is here. Many are the reasons for good cheer. Together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. So hear us rejoicing and merrily voicing the Hanukkah song that we sing. So hear us rejoicing and merrily voicing the Hanukkah song that we sing.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission.
In 25 days, it seems that our life is at a standstill. We are all a little thinner. The Van Dams' discussions are as violent as ever. Mother still does not understand me. But then I don't understand her either. There is one great change, however. A change in myself. I read somewhere that girls of my age don't feel quite certain of themselves, that they become quiet within and begin to think of the miracle that has taken place in their bodies. I think that what is happening to me is so wonderful. Not only what can be seen, but what is taking place inside.
In this war, I have known a lot of men who are respected and loved by the men underneath them. But never have I met any man as beloved as Captain Henry T. Waskow of Belton, Texas. Captain Waskow was the company commander of the 36th Division. He was very young, only in his mid-20s. But he carried about him a sincerity and a gentleness that made men want to be led by him. I was at the foot of a mule trail the night they brought Captain Waskow down. They slid him off the mule, and in the dim half light, He could have just been a sick man leaning on the others. Then they slid him down and laid him on the ground. I could sense the men moving towards his body, one by one. One man came down. He reached down, and he grabbed the captain's hand, and he looked at him right in the face, and then he spoke to him as if he were alive. "I'm sorry, old man." Then he sat there, and he just stared into the captain's lifeless face for a full 5 minutes, never uttering a sound or even moving. And then, very slowly, he put the captain's hand down, and he sort of rearranged the tattered edges of the wound. And in doing so, he found a small note in the captain's jacket pocket. "If you are privileged to read this, it means I will have died in defense of my country and all that it stands for. The most honorable and exquisite death a man can have. Not because I was willing to die for my country, however, but because I wanted to live for it. It is foolish and foolhardy to want to die for one's country, but to live for it is an entirely different matter. Try to live a life of service, to help someone no matter where you are, no matter what you are. Take it from me. This, more than anything else, will bring you happiness in life."
Documents from the Auschwitz Chronicle. A word about the slave labor system as it's practiced in Nazi Germany. Slave laborers worked in the armaments industry, building the camps themselves and doing heavy work like building roads and quarrying stone. In the most extreme conditions, and at the Buna camp in Auschwitz, these conditions prevailed, slave laborers were worked to death at short intervals. The demand for slave labor was insatiable, and it was conducted as a kind of torture despite the fact that, having slaves be more humanely treated, they might have been able to do more work. Under death threat from brutal guards, the starved and poorly clad slaves worked long hours in unsafe conditions. SS Second Lieutenant Max Sell, Deputy Director of Labor Deployment and Camp Doctor Bruno Kitt, arrived in the Lublin concentration camp to evaluate prisoners, selected by the Lublin Camp Doctor for deployment at the Buna plants, or Jawarzno. They find that after their arrival, of the 5,500 male and female prisoners made available, only 3,800 prisoners remain for Auschwitz. In addition, they confirm that only 30% of the 1,000 workers selected are suitable for work at the Buna factories. In the Lublin concentration camp, SS Second Lieutenant Sell and SS First Lieutenant Kitt select 2,000 prisoners who are suited for the hardest of labor. They find the others unfit for work and reject them. Now, in order to determine why Sell and Kitt rejected them, medical examinations are conducted to show that 49 male prisoners must be assigned to the prisoner's infirmary or the convalescent block because of hernias, connective tissue inflammations, and severe exhaustion. 277 male prisoners must remain in the Auschwitz camp because of slight physical exhaustion. 424 male prisoners can be transferred to the Buna plants after a 4-week quarantine. 5 female prisoners have died after arrival. 2 female prisoners show traces of gunshot wounds. 80 female prisoners, including 28 between the ages of 15 and 17, are unable to work. 2 female prisoners have pulmonary emphysema. 44 female prisoners show traces of slight and severe wounds on their arms. 5 female prisoners have gangrenous legs. 1 female prisoner has the inflammation of connective tissue, and all of the rest are plagued by the scabies. Now, it is further established that the general condition of the transferred prisoners does not allow their work to be fully exploited by the Auschwitz concentration camp.
was November 4th, 1944, and we were on our 22nd bombing. Our target was Magdeburg, Germany. We got hit by anti-aircraft 88mm shells just outside the target area. We lost 2 engines, one on each side, and our oxygen supply, so we dove quickly into air we could breathe. Finally leveled off and maintained an altitude of about 4,500 feet on our way to France. Our new route took us directly over Dusseldorf Curve, Germany, situated on the Rhine River. Our only advantage is that 88mm anti-aircraft shells have a proximity fuse and an altitude fuse. Underneath 7,000 feet, they will not explode. They'll just pass up through the wings of the fuselage and explode above the ship. Finally, the engine caught fire. The decision had to be made to abandon the ship, or it could explode and destroy all of us with it. I bailed out. While descending, I looked down to see where I was going, and I saw a wide agricultural field with people gathering on one side of it. Being so quiet, I could hear the voices and shouting below, and instinctively pulled the riders on my canopy to take me in a direction away from the crowd. Pulling on the riders, I caused the chute to oscillate, and when I landed, I hit hard on my back. The sudden stoppage numbed my whole body, and I was dazed when I got to my feet. When I got to a standing position, I was hit by a farmer, square in the back with a shovel, toppling me forward. When I tried to get back up, I was pummeled in the face by fists. Now, I have no real recollection of the time frame involved due to my dazed condition. But I finally realized that the farmers were backing off, and I was being protected by a German tank corps soldier with a machine gun. Some of the farmers were yelling at him and struck at least 2 to get them out of my vicinity. I had 2 black eyes and a swollen jaw. Five of us survived the crash. 4 of us were killed on the ground by civilians. Our radio operator was killed in a stretcher on his way to the hospital by civilians. They were mostly incensed by the British Royal Air Force pattern bombings on Current for the past 6 nights. You wouldn't really expect them to greet us with roses, so I understand their feelings. I know my family would be out there swinging and hitting in like circumstances.
It's me. Everyone, Meep's here.
Meep's here.
And you can mark this list.
Where is it?
Where is it?
It's Kate.
Did you get it in?
Yes, this time I asked for a new dress, lotion, a joke book, and graham crackers.
I'm bringing New Year's tree.
Oh, you shouldn't have. You should have at least one day to yourself.
Don't say that. It's so good to see them. I can still smell the wind and cold on your clothes.
There you are.
Thank you.
How are you, Margaret? Feeling any better?
I'm all right. This is just what I asked for. Oh, we
Well,
filled her
honey,
full of every
Mr.
kind of pill, so
With
she
my
would talk and make a noise.
Meep, have you seen Mushi? Have you seen him anywhere around?
I'm sorry, Pater. I asked everyone had they seen a black cat, but they said no.
Look what Meep brought for us.
Hey,
I'll get some plates.
oh, Meep, guys, you shouldn't have. Oh, you must have used your sugar rations for weeks.
It's been ages since I even saw
Chocolate?
Not since you gave us one last year. Remember? Don't you remember? I'll never forget. Had peace in 1943 on it. Peace in 1944.
Well, it has to come sometime, you know.
Hello, Mr. Dussel.
How are you?
Here's the knife. Now, how many of us are there?
Oh,
no,
none
thank
for
you.
me, thank
Oh,
you.
please, you must.
I couldn't.
Good. That makes 1, 2, 7 of us?
8. 8, the same number it always
Well, I
is.
just took it for granted that Margaret won't have any.
Why wouldn't she? I don't think it hurt her.
Right. I just didn't want her to start coughing,
Oh,
that's
and
all.
please, Mrs. Frank should cut the cake.
It isn't Mrs.
What's
Frank's
the
cake,
difference?
isn't it? It's for all of us.
Frank divides things better.
What are you trying to
Come
say?
on, stop wasting time.
Don't I always give everybody
Forget
exactly
it
the
for
same
a
don't I?
minute.
No! I want an answer. Don't I?
Yes, everybody gets exactly the same, except Miss Mr. Van Daan always gets a little bit more.
That is a lie. She always
Please,
cuts the same.
please. Don't you see what a little sugar cake has done to us? It's gone right to our heads.
Here you are, Mrs. Frank.
Thank you. Meep, are you sure that you won't have any?
Oh, no, I have to go in a minute.
Do you think you would get back over to the house? They say cats sometimes. I mean, if you ever get over there.
I'll try, Pater. The first minute I get, I'll try.
Make up your mind already. Someone's already had a nice meal out of that cat.
Oh, Meep, this looks delicious.
Mmm, delicious.
Dirk is in luck to get a girl who can bake like you.
I have to run. Dirk's taking me to a party tonight.
How wonderful! Remember now what everyone is wearing and what you have to eat and everything so you can tell us tomorrow.
I'll give you a full report. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, goodbye, Meep.
Just wait a minute, Meep. If you'll stay here, there's something I'd like you to do for me.
Pootie, where are you going? Pootie, what do you want? What are you going to do?
What's wrong?
Father says he's gonna sell her old fur coat. She's crazy about that thing.
Is it so silly that anyone can be so silly as to worry about a fur coat in times like this?
You know, it's none of your darn business. And if you say one more, come on.
No, don't you dare take that! You hear me? That's mine!
Don't be
my
so
father
selfish.
gave me that! You
It's
didn't even
just
give it to
a
me!
coat.
Let go!
I changed
Let
my mind.
go!
I'm selling it.
Just a little discussion over the advisability of selling this coat. As I have often reminded Mrs. Van Daan, it is very selfish of her to keep it, while there are so many people in such desperate need of clothing. And so, if you will please sell this for us, it should fetch a good price. Oh, and by the way, if you can find any cigarettes, I don't care what kind they are. Get us all you can.
They're terribly hard to come by, Mr. Van Dam. But I'll try. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Meep. Are you sure you won't have any cake, Mr. Crawler?
I better not. Are you still feeling badly? What does the doctor say?
I haven't been to him
Oh,
yet.
now, Mr. Crawler!
Oh, I tried, but you can't get near a doctor these days. They're so busy. Finally, after a few weeks, I managed to get one on the telephone. I told him I'd like an appointment, that I wasn't feeling very well. And do you know what he says to me over the telephone? Stick out your tongue. Oh.
Well, you should go anyway.
Mr. Frank, I have some contracts to go over with you. I wonder if we could... Oh, of course. If we could go downstairs. Will you forgive me? I won't keep him but a minute.
Yes. Something's happened, hasn't it, Mr. Crawler?
No, I just want your father's advice, really.
Something's gone wrong, I know.
If it's something that concerns us here, it's best that we all hear it.
Mr. Frank, the children.
What they'd imagine would be worse than any reality.
It's a man in the storeroom. Carl, about 50. Heavy-set, nearsighted.
He was from Utrecht, that's the man.
A couple of weeks ago in the storeroom, he closed the door behind him. He asked, "How's Mr. Frank? What do you hear of Mr. Frank?" I told him I only heard there was a rumor that you were in Switzerland. He told me he'd heard that as well, but he thought I might know more. I didn't think anything of it, but something happened yesterday. He brought some invoices into the office for me to sign. As I was going through them, I looked up. And he was staring at the bookcase. The bookcase that hides your door. He said, "Wasn't there a door there? Wasn't there a door that used to go to the loft?" Then he asked for more money. 20 guilders more a week.
Blackmail! 20 guilders. Very modest blackmail.
But that's You want to know what I think? He was the thief that was down there that night. That's how he knows we're up here.
What did you tell him? How did you leave?
I told him I had to think about it. What shall I do? Pay him the money? Take a chance on firing him?
No. Don't fire him. Keep him here where you can keep your eye on him.
Is it so much they're asking nowadays? What are they paying?
He could get it in a war plant, but this is no war plant. Mind you, I don't know if he really knows. Or if he doesn't know.
Offer him half. Then we'll soon find out if it's blackmail or not.
And if it is? We have to pay anything he asks. We have to pay.
Let's decide that when the time
This
comes.
could all be in my head. You get to a point these days where you suspect everyone and everything. Again and again. On simple look, a word, I find myself.
Oh, there's the telephone. What does that mean, the telephone
it's
ringing
just,
on
it's my
holiday?
wife. It's my wife. I told her I had to come to the office to go over some papers. She called me when she got home from church. It's okay. I'll offer him half. We'll hope for the best.
Goodbye, Mr. Crawler.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Crawler.
You can thank your son for this, smashing the light. I tell you, it's only a matter of time now.
Sometimes I wish the end would come. Whatever it is. Margaret, you should be ashamed of yourself.
At least we knew where we were.
No, don't talk that way. Think of the thousands in the war dying every day. Think of the people in the concentration camps.
What's the good of that? What's the good of thinking of misery when you're already miserable? That's stupid.
Now, Anne.
We're young, Margaret Taylor and I. You grown-ups have had your chance. But look at us. If we begin to think of all the horror in the world, we're lost. We are trying to hold on to some kind of ideals when everything, ideals, hopes, everything are being destroyed. It isn't our fault the world is in such a mess. We were around when all this started, so don't try to take it out on us.
She talks as if we started the war. Did we start the war?
She left her cake. I'll take it to her.
What's this?
Thanks.
I thought you were fine just now. You know how to say it. You know how to talk to them, but I'm no good. I can never think. Especially when I'm mad. That Dusel, when he said that about Mushi, somebody eating him. All I can think is I wanted to hit him. I wanted to give him such a big hit. That's what I used to do in school when there was an argument. But here with an old man like that, it wouldn't be so good.
You're making a big mistake about me. I do it all wrong. I say too much. I go too far. I hurt people's feelings.
I think you're fine. What I mean to say is if it wasn't for you here, I don't know.
Do you mean it, Peter? Do you really mean it?
I said it, didn't I?
Thanks.
You've got quite a collection.
What did you want? Some in your room? I could give you some. Heaven knows you spend enough time in there. Doing heaven knows what.
It's easier if fight or an argument starts, I duck in there.
You're lucky having a room to go to. His lordship is always here. I hardly ever get a minute alone. When they start at me, I can't duck away. I have to stand there and take it.
You gave some of it back just now.
I get so mad. They form their opinions about everything. And we're still trying to figure out. We have problems here that no other kids our age have ever had. And just as you think you've solved them, something comes along and bang! You have to start all over again.
Well, at least you've got someone you can talk to.
Not really. Mother, she doesn't understand me. Father's all right. We can talk about everything. Everything but one thing. Mother. He simply won't talk about her. I don't think you can be really intimate with anyone. He holds something back, do you?
I think your father's fine.
Oh, he is, Peter, he is. He's the only one that's ever given me the feeling that I have any sense. But anyway, nothing can take the place of school and friends your own age, or near your own age, can it?
I suppose you miss your friends and all.
Oh, it isn't just. It's funny. You and I, here we've been seeing each other almost every minute for the past year and a half. And this is the first time we've ever really talked. It's good to have someone to talk to, don't you think? Helps you to let off steam?
Well, anytime you want to talk, you can come to my room.
You might be careful how you say that. I can get up an awful lot of steam.
I don't mind.
Do you mean it, Pater?
I said it, didn't I?
We've had bad news. The people from whom Meep got our ration books have been arrested, so we've had to cut down on our food. Our stomachs are so empty that they rumble and make strange noises, all in different keys. Mr. Van Dan's is deep and low, like a bass fiddle. Mine is high, whistling like a flute. As we all sit around waiting for supper, it's like an orchestra tuning there. It only needs Toscanini to raise his baton, and we'd be off on the ride of the Valkyries. Monday, the 6th of March, 1944. Mr. Crawler is in the hospital. It seems he has ulcers. Pim says we are his ulcers. Meep has had to run the business, and us too. The Americans have landed on the southern tip of Italy. Father looks for a quick finish to the war. Mr. Dussel is waiting every day for the warehouse man to demand more money. Have I been skipping too much from one subject to another? I can't help it. I feel that spring is coming. I feel it in my whole body and soul. I feel utterly confused. I am longing, so longing, for everything, for friends, for someone to talk to, someone who understands, someone young, who feels as I do.
October 3rd, 1943. Dear Carl, today Blade and Keith went to Parkwood for horses, and then Dad and Uncle George went to get his lambs back. It has stormed in the North Mountains. Today the leaves have fallen. Tonight it feels like fall for sure. Well, my dear boy, I do hope your trip over Texas was a success. We do hope you do not have any more accidents. That was very fine that you knew what to do when that plane was on fire. It surely makes your mother's chest swell with pride. I call that intelligence and a thirstiness of you studying. And God's blessing. I feel certain that you will live so that you may call upon the Lord for blessings you may need from time to time. Today the mill sent you a cake for your birthday. I hope that you get it. And that you can be home for the next one. A bunch of 18 and 19-year-olds are getting shipped out for the army this week. Brian, Leland, and that old boy, as well as several others. I hope that this will all be over soon so you can come home. I am thinking of you and praying for your safety. Love from Mother.
January 17th, 1944. Dearest Dad and Mother, well, I finally got a letter. Thank goodness. One from you dated 5th of December, and 2 from Geneve, November 1st and December 2nd. Boy, I'm telling you, it is worth something to a soldier to get a letter, especially when he hasn't had one in 2 months, 19 days. I feel like a new man tonight. My morale is right at the peak. It has been clicking on 0 for some time now. Yes, Mother. A letter is a wonderful thing. I'm happy to hear Keith getting a car. He surely needs one. And I kind of hate to see Gordon sell his. He would have the time of his life with it. I don't suppose he can get tires or gas. Tell him to take that Ford of mine. If he can get tires for it and spend a little for repairs. And don't be afraid of hurting it. He'll have a lot more fun. I really had some times with that thing. And he can have just as much. I'd like him to have it as his own. I haven't been in any of those places you named, Dad. I have been in London and Norwich. They surely keep their cities clean. But the bombed out places don't look so good. Boy, these people certainly have gone through a lot. And the morale is very high. The people here treat us very nice. It is hard for me to understand some of them. They talk so fast and don't pronounce the words like we do. Genevieve said you had about a foot of snow for Thanksgiving. I hope there's 40 feet in the mountains. She also said her mother's making us, her and I, a quilt. It kind of looks like they're counting on getting me, huh? It won't be for some time, though. I'll have to have a job and something to feed a family. Because I'm going to have about 10 or 12 little white-headed kids. I surely miss the kids back home. When I meet one on the street, I have to stop and give them a chew of gum or candy I get in my rations. Now don't you be worrying about me. This isn't half as dangerous as it sounds. Well, I've written about everything I can think of. I guess I'll hit the hay. I wish I had some hay to hit. Well, write me another letter sometime. Your loving son, Carl.
October 12th, 1943. Dearest Carl, I'm sorry, my dear, you haven't heard from me for a couple days. I do try to write every other day. Oh, darling. How are you? By now fine, I hope. Oh! The ring you gave me was just my fit. And everyone knows that they've seen you wear it. And of course I told them who gave it to me. You should have seen Garden's face when he found out. He hasn't been a bit friendly ever since. My little ring sure is sparkly. I just gave it a good cleaning the other day, and boy, do I hate the loss when I take it off. I still can't figure out how you got such a perfect fit. Honey, you must be a genius or something. I still have a bit of a cold, and Mother won't let me out of her sight. Just the same, I think I'll live. Boy, you sure sound busy, but I guess that's the way they keep you all of the time. Only, just keep writing me letters and telling me everything you do, which I find very interesting. I'm ashamed of the little short letters I write, but I'm afraid there's nothing going on. Unless I make something up, of course. When you come home, I will be so happy, I won't know how to act. Do you really think you could be home in a year? You asked for another picture, and I'll try to send one your way. Loving you more every day. Genevieve. ugly?
Oh, stop fishing.
No, tell me.
Of course not. You've got nice eyes and a lot of animation and...
A little vague, aren't you?
May I come in? Come in, Mother. And dear Mr. Dussel's getting impatient in there.
Heavens, he takes the room for himself the entire day.
And you're not going in to see Peter again, are you?
That's my intention.
But you've spent a great deal of time already in there today.
I was in there exactly twice. Once to fetch the dictionary, and then 3/4 of an hour before supper.
Aren't you afraid that you're disturbing him?
Mother, I have some intuition.
Well, can I ask this much then, Anne, dear? Please don't close the door when you go in.
You're starting to sound like Mrs. Van
Oh,
Dam.
no, I don't mean to suggest anything wrong. I just wish that you wouldn't expose yourself to such criticisms, Anne. Don't give Mrs. Van Dam the opportunity to be unpleasant.
Mrs. Van Dam doesn't need an opportunity to be unpleasant.
And everyone's worried about Mr. Crawler as it is, and so this is just one more thing,
I'm
Anne, that
sorry,
has to-
Mother. I'm going into Peter's room. I'm not going to let Petronella Van Dam spoil our friendship. Why?
You two should talk in the main hall. It saved Mother a lot of trouble. It's hard on her having to listen to all those remarks from Mrs. Van Dam and not say a word.
Why doesn't she say a word? I find it ridiculous to take it and take it.
You don't understand Mother at all, do you? She's not like you. She can't talk back. It's just not in her nature to fight back.
Anyway, the only one I worry about is you. I feel awfully guilty about you.
Well, what about?
I mean, every time I go into Peter's room, I have a feeling I may be hurting you. I know if it were me, I'd be wild. I'd be desperately jealous if it were me.
Well, I'm not.
Really? Really, you're not jealous?
Of course I'm jealous. Jealous that you've got something to wake up in the morning for. But jealous of you and Peter, no.
Maybe there's nothing to be jealous of. Maybe he doesn't really like me. Maybe I'm just taking the place of his cat. Wouldn't you like to come in with us?
I have a book.
Will you please let me in my room?
Just a minute, dear Mr. Dussel. Well, here I go to run the gauntlet. Where's the other shoe?
Hurry
Just
up!
a minute!
And
She took it! My heavens, look at her!
Just a minute, Anne. I'd like to have a few words with my son. Do you mind? I don't know what good it is to have a son. I never see him. He wouldn't care if I killed my son. Hey. I don't want you staying out all hours tonight. You're a growing boy. You've got to have your sleep. You hear?
Anne's going to bed promptly at 9, aren't you, Anne?
Yes, Mother. May we go now?
Are you asking me? I didn't know I had anything to say about it.
Listen for the chimes, Anne.
In my day, it was the boys who called on the girls.
Oh, you know how young people like to feel like they have secrets? Peter's room is the only place they feel they can really talk.
Talk! That's not what they called it when I was young.
Aren't they awful? Aren't they just impossible? Treating us as if we're still in the nursery.
Don't let it bother you, it doesn't bother me.
I suppose you can't really blame them. They think back to what they were like when they were our age. They don't realize how much more advanced we are. When I think of the wonderful discussions we've had. Oh, I forgot, I was going to bring you some more pictures.
Oh, these are fine, thanks.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
You just brought me some new ones.
Maybe later.
I remember when I got that one. I won it. I bet Yopi that I could eat 5 ice cream cones. We'd all been playing ping pong. We used to have heavenly times. We'd finish up at the Delphi or the Oasis, where Jews were allowed. There'd always be a lot of boys. We'd laugh and joke. I'd like to go back to it for a couple of days, or for a week. But after that, I know I'd be bored to death. I think more seriously about life now. I want to be a journalist or something. I love to write. What do you want to do?
I thought I might go up on a farm or someplace, some job that doesn't take too much brains.
You shouldn't talk that way. You have the most awful inferiority complex.
Well, no, I'm not smart.
That isn't true. You're much better than I am in dozens of things. Arithmetic, algebra. You're a million times better than I am in algebra. You like Margaret, don't you? Right from the start, you liked her. Much more than me.
I don't know.
It's all right. Everybody thinks that way. Margaret's so good. She's sweet and bright and beautiful. And I'm not.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no, I know I'm not. I'm quite certain that I'm not a beauty. It never happened and never shall be.
I don't agree at all. I think you're pretty.
That's not true.
And another thing, you've changed from at first.
I have?
Well, I used to think you were awfully noisy.
What about that, Peter? How have I changed?
Well, you're quieter.
I'm glad you don't just hate me.
I never said that.
I bet when you're outside again, you're never going to think of me again.
No, that's crazy.
When you're back with all your friends, you're going to say, now what did I ever see in that Mrs. Quack Quack?
I haven't got any friends.
Of course you do, Peter. Everyone has friends.
Not me. I get along better without them.
Does that mean you can get along better without me? I think of myself as your friend.
Well, if they were all like you, it'd be different.
Peter? Did you ever kiss a girl?
Yes, once.
Was she pretty?
Huh?
That picture's crooked. That girl that you kissed.
I don't know. I was blindfolded. It was at a, here you go, a party. One of those kissing games.
I don't suppose that really counts, does it?
It didn't for me.
I've been kissed twice. Once a man kissed me on the cheek after I fell off the ice and I was crying. Another was Mr. Coupius, a friend of father's. He kissed my hand. You wouldn't suppose those counted, would you?
No.
I'm sure that Margaret would never kiss anyone unless she was engaged or something. And I'm sure, too, that Mother never touched a man before Pim. But I don't know. Things are so different now. It's hard to try to think what to do, and here we are with the world falling around your ears, and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And what do you think?
Well, I've always thought when...
9 o'clock, I have to go.
That's right.
Good night.
You won't let them stop you from coming?
No. But I might bring my diary by sometime. There's a lot I want to talk over with you. There's a lot about you.
What sort of thing?
I would have wanted you to hear some of it. I used to think you were a nothing. The way you thought about me.
Did you change your mind? The way I changed mine about you?
Well, you see...
Thursday, the 20th of April, 1944. Invasion fever is mounting every day. Miep tells us that the people outside talk of nothing else. For myself, life has become much more pleasant. I often go to Peter's room after supper. Oh, don't think I'm in love, because I'm not. But it does make life much more bearable to have someone with whom you can exchange views. No more tonight. P.S. I must be honest. I must confess that I actually live for the next meeting. Is there anything lovelier than to sit under the skylight and feel the sun on your cheeks and have a darling boy in your arms? I admit now that I'm glad the Van Dams had a son and not a daughter. I've outgrown another dress. That's the third. I'm having to wear Margaret's clothes after all. I'm working hard on my French, and I'm now reading La Belle Lyonnaise.
June 6th, 1944. Normandy. The water was cold, miserably cold. Probably only 45 or 50 degrees. When I went in, it was up to my shoulder. And I saw bodies floating everywhere, face down with packs still on their backs. I got to the beach. There were soldiers clinging to the German cross-iron obstacles. I tried to yell at them, "You gotta go, you gotta get up and go!" But they couldn't move. They were worn out and defeated completely. I was about 20 yards from the seawall when I was hit by what I assume was a burst of machine gun fire. It tore the muscle out of my left leg and knocked me to the ground. My rifle fell about 10 to 15 feet in front of me, and I crawled forward to get it. I picked it up and came up on my right leg, but then a sniper bullet came through and shattered and broke that leg, knocking me to the ground again. The pain, it was indescribable. I tried to hobble forward, but I felt I couldn't. I fell to my hands and knees and tried to crawl, but after only a few meters, I blacked out. When I came to, I saw Sergeant Bill Claus running back to me under heavy rifle and mortar fire. And he grabbed me and he dragged me back to the seawall. Once at the seawall, there were some Rangers using it for cover. I yelled at them, "You have to get off here! You have to get up and get to those guns!" And they were gone immediately. It was sometime later that a colonel from the 29th Infantry Division came over and spoke to us. He told us to relax and that everything was going to be okay. The Rangers were on the point, the guns had been destroyed, and the 5th Rangers were moving in. He looked down at me and he said, "Son, you've done your job." I remember very bitterly replying, "Yeah, sir, I've done a swell job. I used up 2 rounds of German ammunition on my legs. That's a hell of a part to play in a war." Despite the awful pain, I had hoped to catch up with my platoon the next day.
My name is Lena Witt-Kirkman, and I've seen the rise and the fall of hope itself. After World War I subsided, the Nazi Party had begun its 27-year-long campaign to absolute power in Germany. With the end of World War I, Germany was left in pieces by the Treaty of Versailles. But one man promised to restore Germany to its former glory. Adolf Hitler, a name that would change history forever. His words would inspire thousands and shape the path of an entire nation. Of course, at the time it was all very exciting for our little German community. Could one man rebuild the broken homeland? The Nazi Party had stood for everything that had been taken away from our people and more. There was a new hope for Germany, a hope that promised to lift it out of the ashes of the shame of its past. In 1933, when we heard the news that Hitler had been appointed Reich Chancellor of the Reichstag, our community was again immersed with pride for our country. Finally, Germany was becoming a symbol of strength and respect in the modern world. All of the women in our little neighborhood family gathered together to create a lasting symbol of the new Germany. The swastika in the center was a sign of strength and peace. Of course, at the time we had no idea what it would come to mean, and the fear it would inspire. My name is Lena Witt-Kirkman. I have seen the rise and the fall of hope itself. I have seen a hero become a tyrant, and I have seen the world become something strange and foreign, and I have had to keep living through it. And sometimes, all I can do is try and remember how the way things were. Before.
Stalag Luft 3, German POW. Our rooms were small, holding 8 to 10 POW officers each. The beds were stacked 2 or 3 high, and we had a long wooden table surrounded by benches and a wood stove for cooking and heating. The beds were separated by wooden slats to keep us from falling into the bed below us, and we were issued 2 horsehair blankets, a straw mattress, and a pillow. Now these bed slats served another purpose. At night, we would pull out the grate of our stove and enter a tunnel being built under the barracks. And those bed slats would shore up the sandy soil to prevent its collapse. Now I remember when it was my turn to give up my bed slats, and it required me using that horsehair blanket as a hammock nailed to the sides to support my weight. I was losing weight rapidly and had very little real strength, so when I was given the 10 nails required to nail to the sides, I was only able to pound in 7, and that was the end of my strength. I fell on the floor and I just laughed. It struck me as so funny. I didn't even have the strength to pound in 10 nails. There's nowhere to get rid of the dirt and sand in the barracks, so all of us were required to sew in extra pockets into our pants. We would walk out to the parade ground and shake out the dirt and let it mix with the gravel and the rocks that was there. On one of my many trips to the parade ground, I saw a lot of dandelions. And I remember my mother used to use dandelions in salads back when I was a boy, so I grabbed a big wash basin and I filled it full of dandelions. I took it back to camp, and we all shared a dandelion salad. Everyone was curious when food was involved, so when everyone saw us eating this, we all shared. That was the last time I saw a dandelion on the parade grounds. Another time, on a wood walk, I gathered 52 snails and put them in my wood bag. I brought them back to camp, and we divided the snails into 2 groups. With the first group, we tried boiling the snails. Oh, they were horrible and slimy, and you had to squish them out of your shells to try to eat them. We did eat them, but the next night, we fried the snails in mutton tallow, which was our candles. Oh, these snails were so good. They were delicious, like fried shrimp. But that was the last time I ever saw a snail. Another time, the commandant's dog disappeared. That night, We all shared a dog meat soup. The commandant searched everywhere in that compound for that dog and never recovered a whisker of it. Not even the collar. I don't know if that was eaten or not. As the days grow colder, we have very little body fat left. I remember my hips are nothing but bones. The Russian armies are advancing over the Oder River towards Berlin. So, all 7,000 of us were put out to march. Starting a column 4 wide and stretched on for miles. We're marching towards Munich, about 200 miles, I think. We had very little strength to fight the sub-zero temperatures and walk for any distance, so we had to stop often. And when we did, many POWs would fall on their face. Oh, we'd have to get them back up and to get them to moving, to stop them from freezing. I remember my best friend had to be helped often. I used up a lot of my reserve strength, practically carrying him at times. We were only given enough food as we could carry, and that lasted about 3 days. So, I survived on a box of sugar cubes for 6.5 days.
Come quick, Otto. He's stealing the food. He's been stealing the food.
You! Give me that! Give me! You dirty, rotten thing!
Help me, Peter.
No good! Let off!
Stealing the bread.
Greedy, selfish thing!
Mr. Dussel! Mr. Van Dun, how could you?
I'm hungry.
Hungry? Hungry? We're all of us hungry. I see the children getting thinner and thinner every day. Your son Peter, I've heard him moan in his sleep. He's so hungry. And you come in the night and steal the food that should go to them, to the children.
He needs more food than the rest of us. He's used to more.
And
He's a big man.
You're worse than he is. You're a mother, and yet you sacrifice your child to this man. No, day after day, I've watched you save the choicest bits for him, and I've held my tongue. But not after this. I want them to leave. I want them to get out. What do you mean? Exactly that. Take your things and get out.
For 2 long years, we have lived here, side by side. We've managed to respect each other's rights and live in peace. Are we going to throw that all away? I know this will never happen again.
No, he still wants his food again.
Please! Let us be calm. We'll all go to our rooms and we'll come after and we'll talk and we'll figure some way out.
I don't want to talk. I want them to take their things and leave.
You'd put us out on the streets?
There are other places.
A cellar. A closet I know and we have nobody
I was giving you money.
Mr. Frank, you told Booty you'd never forget what he had done for you when you came to Amsterdam. You can never repay him for that.
To you. He has paid it over and over.
Edith!
No,
I've never seen you
I
like
should
this.
have spoken out long ago.
You can't be nice to some people!
And we don't need enough to destroy us. We'll destroy
Mother, you're
ourselves.
not putting Peter out. Peter hasn't done anything.
I'd have to go where Father goes.
This man is no father to you. He doesn't know what it is to be a father.
They can have my food. I don't want it. Please don't send them away. It'll be daylight soon. They'll be caught.
Shut! They're not leaving now. They will stay here until me finds them a place. But one thing that I insist upon is he must never come down here again. He must never come to the place where food is stored. We'll divide what we have, an equal share for each. And you can make it here and take it up to him.
Mrs. Frank, Mr. Frank.
Oh, no!
Mark,
No, we haven't such a fight over him!
Oh, it's me! Dad, myself, Mrs. Frank,
I beg you,
Mr. Frank,
please don't let her say anything like this.
and Hader, Mrs. Van Dam.
You are keeping
Mr.
all of
Van
them
Dam.
shut up! Look at my now! And that one!
The invasion has begun.
Oh, no.
Did you hear that, everyone? Did you hear what I said? The invasion has begun. The invasion. What?
When?
Oh, it began early this morning.
How do you know?
The radio, the BBC, they said they were on the coast of Normandy.
British.
British, American, French, Dutch, Old, Norwegians, all of them. More than 4,000 ships. Churchill spoke. Identified as power. D-Day, they call it.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
at last! I'm off to tell Mr. Crawley. This will prevent any blood transfusion.
Oh, Mika, what part of Normandy did they say?
Normandy, that's all I know. I'll be up the minute I hear some more.
Thank you. Oh, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Honey, what is it that happened?
Please. I'm so ashamed.
No. It doesn't matter anymore.
Did you hear what Nick said? The invasion has come. We are going to be liberated. Oh, this is a time to celebrate.
Steal bread from children.
We've all done things that we're ashamed of.
Look at me. The way I treated Mother.
Oh no, Annalise.
So mean and
Oh,
horrid to her.
no.
I was Mother. I was.
Stop it!
Not worse than me. No one's worse than me.
Oh, here, Schnaps, Lachaim. Oh, here, thank you. Oh, Edith.
When I think of the horrible things that I had said.
No.
No, that I should treat you that way and, oh, to our friends and our guests.
No. You were right.
Oh, no, that I should treat you like that and...
Stop
You
it!
were right.
You're spoiling the whole invasion.
The invasion of Normandy. It's not nearly so exciting when you are stuck in the middle of it. Little by little, the gray dawn came up. But this time around, from the intensity of the aircraft and the cannon, an idea sprang to mind. Landing. I got dressed hurriedly and crossed the garden. The German men who were stationed in my home recognized me. Well, I asked, is this it this time? Yes, a neighbor answered. Yes, I think it is, and I'm really afraid we are in a sector that's being attacked. This is going to be something. We are deafened by airplanes, which make a never-ending sound very low. Obviously, what I thought were German airplanes were quite simply English ones, protecting the landing. From the sea was a dark, artificial cloud. It was ominous. It began to be alarming. And then came the first hiss over our heads. I ran back to my house to get my neighbor ready so we could get into the trench, and we ran for it, just in time. The shells began hissing and exploding continually everywhere around us. Every time a shell hisses by too low, I cling to the back of the cook's helper. It makes me feel a little more secure. The fact is, we were all afraid. French and German. Around noon, there was a bit of a lull, so we left the trench to try and have lunch. And then everything changed at a tremendous speed. The German men were crouching by the gate, staring off in the distance in panicked confusion. Suddenly we hear these words. The tanks. A first-person tracer bullet sweeps the gate. The men crouch down for they hide in a corner of the room. We have to get out of here. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? We have to get out of here, but we can't go anywhere because the shells are hissing and banging everywhere! Somehow we get out of there and we run to the trench. 6 hours later. Finally, there was another lull. And we could get out. And then we saw the first damage. Everything is riddled with bullet holes. Window panes and plates are broken and shattered lying on the floor. The dog Frick that I had shut up in the next room so he wouldn't get killed on the road. He's all right. He's just sleeping on a seat. But looking around, we realize if we had stayed here, we would have both been killed.
It was after midnight when the British embassy telephoned to say that Henderson had received instructions from London to transmit a communication from his government. It was clear that this communication could contain nothing agreeable, and very well might be a real ultimatum. I regret that on instructions from my government, he said, I must give you this ultimatum. And then he read aloud. More than 24 hours have elapsed since the immediate reply was requested to the warning of September 1st, and since then the attacks on Poland have been intensified. If His Majesty's government does not receive satisfactory assurance of the cessation of all aggressive action against Poland and the withdrawal of all German troops by 11 o'clock British summertime, from that time, a state of war will exist between Great Britain and Germany. When he had finished, he handed me the ultimatum and bade me goodbye, saying, I'm truly sorry to give such a document to you in particular. You've always been most willing to help. I too bade him goodbye and expressed some heartfelt words. I was quite fond of the British ambassador. I then headed to the chancellery where everyone was anxiously awaiting me. In the next room, Hitler sat by his desk and Ribbentrop the window. They both looked up expectantly as I came in. I stopped a short distance from Hitler's desk and began translating the ultimatum. When I was finished, there was complete silence. Hitler did not rage, as was afterwards stated, nor was he at a loss, as others allege. He just sat there, quiet and unmoving. After an interval which seemed an age, he turned to Ribbentrop, who had remained by the window, and said, "What now?" with a savage look as though his foreign minister had misled him about England's probable reaction. Ribbentrop answered quietly, I assume the French will hand in a similar ultimatum within the hour. As my duty was now performed, I withdrew. To those in the anteroom pressing around me, I told them that the English have just handed us an ultimatum. In less than 2 hours, our two countries will be at war. In the anteroom, too, this news was followed by silence. Goring turned to me and he said, "If we lose this war, then God have mercy on us."
We're all in much better spirits these days. There's still excellent news of the invasion. The best part about it is that I have a feeling that friends are coming. Who knows? Maybe I'll be back in school by fall. Wednesday, the 2nd of July, 1944. The invasion seems temporarily to be bogged down. Mr. Crawler has to have an operation, which looks bad. The Gestapo have found the radio that was stolen. Mr. Dussel says they'll trace it back and back to the thief, and then it's just a matter of time till they get to us. Everyone is low. Even poor Pim can't raise their spirits. I have often been downcast myself, but never in despair. I can shake off everything if I out. But, and that is a great question, will I ever be able to write well? I want to so much. I want to go on living even after my death. Another birthday has gone by, so now I am 15. Already I know what I want. I have a goal, an opinion.
March 4th, 1944. Dearest Mother, Dad, and all. I spent a pretty good day yesterday. Knowing loved ones are okay, I can feel fine. I got a letter from my gal, so everything felt just great. Janice said she was coming to see you and show you her ring. She and her mother just got back from California. When I get back, I'm gonna try for a 3-day pass. I probably won't get it, but it's certainly worth a try. I could spend 2 nights and a day with you all. Don't plan on it, though. I wouldn't bet a nickel on getting one. I had a wonderful mail call last night. I got your letter, Mother. 1 from Ed, and 2 from Janine. We went out again yesterday. It wasn't bad. I would have hated to have been on the ground when all those bombs went down. I saw it all, and it's quite the sight when hundreds of those big boys explode. We got up at 4 a.m. this morning before takeoff time. It started snowing, so we didn't go today. Tonight, we have about 4 or 5 inches. They say it's very unusual for England. How about it, Dad? Well, I'll close for this time. I don't know what else to write. I just hope you are all well. Love, Carl. P.S. Sorry about the scribbling. My hands are cold, and we haven't even got a fire started this morning.
March 8th, 1944. We were in our B-24, directly behind the PFF ship. We had maintained this position since assembly. The PFF ship released its smoke bombs, and the oil from the bombs got caught on our windshield and froze there. Our co-pilot managed to wipe off just enough so that we could see and fly straight. After dropping bombs a few minutes past the target, we dropped out of formation and flew to the extreme left towards the enemy coast. As we were quite low on gas, we began to lose altitude. At approximately 1646 or 1648, we ran out of gas. Just prior to ditching, We had gotten rid of almost everything that was weighing the ship down. We crashed in a very rough sea. When the plane hit, it broke in half, and the tail end of the plane sank almost instantly. I was caught in the radio tower near the top turret. I was caught, but I struggled and I managed to get to the surface, where I saw our pilot, Lieutenant Daly, struggling. I swam over to him, and I held him up by a chute harness for as long as I could. Then he turned, and he reached for a piece of floating wreckage. That was the last that I saw of him. But then I turned, and I saw our co-pilot, Lieutenant Allen. He was over by the tail end of the ship. He was trying to inflate his way vest, but it is my belief that the sinking ship sucked him down with it. I managed to get over to an oxygen tank, where I saw a body float past me wearing an A2 leather jacket. I believe it was our bombardier. The person's name before were the only ones that I saw. It is my belief that Carl Taylor and the other gunners in the tail end of the ship either died in the crash or drowned when the aft part of the ship sank, taking them with it.
Most of the time, people don't realize how destructive this is psychologically to human beings. There are really no words to describe it. Because if you didn't die from starvation, eventually, after the war, you had food. If you were shot, or killed by a bomb, or by being beaten to death, and you all at once found yourself in a free world, then you were physically saved. But how do you erase the psychological pain that you go through as a young child? How do you erase the fact that all at once you were totally dehumanized? You lost your identity and you became a non-person. These are things that will never heal. How do you prevent something such as the Holocaust from ever happening again? I talk. The dead, they cannot do that. I'm the one who survived. They cannot talk. So I do it for them. I always say this as a joke. But the truth is, this is what I do. I have to do this to prove to God that He didn't make a mistake. Giving to yourself is very important. You have to do things to show that you are a part of this world. Do not tell my existing, my surviving, my being as a miracle. No. I look at it as an obligation.
There it goes again. The telephone. Mr. Frank, do you hear?
Yes, I hear.
This is the third time. The third time in quick succession. I tell you it's me, trying to get to us. For some reason she can't come to us, so she's trying to tell us something.
You're wasting your breath.
days now, Meep hasn't been to see us, and today not a man has been to work. There hasn't been a sound in the building.
Perhaps it's Sunday. We may have lost track of days.
You there with the diary.
I don't lose track of days. I know exactly what day it is. It's Friday, the 4th of August. Friday, and not a man to work. I tell you, Mr. Crawler is dead. That is the only explanation. He's dead, and they've closed down the building.
She'd never telephone us.
Mr. Frank, for heaven's sake, answer that!
Just pick it up and listen. You don't have to talk. Just see if it's me.
No, I told him no. I won't do anything that might allow anyone to know we're in the building.
Mr. Frank's right. There's no need for you to tell us whose side you're on.
I believe if we wait here patiently, quietly, that help will come.
No, I'm going down. Too late.
So we just wait here until we die.
I can't stand it. I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself.
Stop it, please.
I think you'd be glad if I did. I think you want me to die.
Whose fault is it we're here? We could have been safe in America or Switzerland. But no, you wouldn't leave when I wanted to. You couldn't leave your things. You couldn't leave your precious furniture.
Don't touch me.
Look, Peter. The sky. Aren't the clouds beautiful? It's such a lovely day. You know what I do when it seems as if I couldn't stand being cooped up here for one more minute? Think myself out. Think myself on a walk in the park where I used to go with Pin. Where there's daffodils and crocus and violets growing down the slopes. You know the most wonderful thing about thinking yourself out? You can have it any way you like. You can have roses and violets and chrysanthemums all blooming at the same time. It's funny, I used to take it all for granted. And now I've gone crazy about having anything to do with nature, haven't you?
Just gone crazy. I think that if something doesn't happen soon, if we don't get out of here, I can't stand much more of it.
I wish you had a religion, Peter.
No thanks, not me.
I don't mean you have to be orthodox or believe in heaven and hell and purgatory and things. I just mean some religion. Just to believe in something. When I think of all the good that's out there, flowers, the trees, the seagulls, and when I think of the goodness of you, Peter, and the dearness of the people we know. Mr. Crawler, Meep, Dirk, the vegetable man, all risking their lives for us every day. When I think of these good things, I'm not afraid anymore. I find myself and God.
That's fine, but when I think, I get mad. Look at us, stuck here for 2 years, not able to move, caught like rats.
I know it's
What?
hard to have any faith when people are doing such horrible.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
You know what I sometimes think? I think the world may be going through a phase. The way I was with Mother. It'll pass. Maybe not for hundreds of years. But someday, in spite of everything, I still believe people are really good at heart.
I want to see something now, not 1,000 years.
I know, but Peter, if you would just look at it as part of a great pattern. Like we are just a tiny bit in life. Look at us, going off at each other like a couple of stupid grown-ups. Look at the sky now. Isn't it lovely? When we're outside again someday, I'm going to.
I'm fucking agreeing! Help!
Oh no!
I'm fucking!
For 2 long years, we have lived here in fear. Now we can live in hope.
Stay out!
tried to move the bookcase, but they failed. Finally, they found the hook. They kept it in its place. The hook was unfastened and the bookcase was moved. The door leading to the stairs and the rooms up above was now exposed. My heart sank. The day I had been dreading for 2 years had finally arrived. The 8 people living in this secret attic were doomed. A terrible fate awaited them all.
Come on, Margaret. Come on, Edith. Come on.
I would have tried to save them, to rescue them, of course, but it's impossible. The next day, I went into the German police office. I offered money to buy them free, but I did not succeed.
It's okay.
The last time I saw Anne was at 9 o'clock on the morning of the arrest. I don't remember what it was she said to me that night. What's her usual? What is the news? Someone must have betrayed them to the Nazis.
Mr. Crawford, please.
And so it seems our stay here is over. They are waiting for us now. They've allowed us 5 minutes to get our things. We can each take a bag and whatever will hold of clothing, nothing else. So, dear diary, that means I must leave you behind. Goodbye for a while. P.S. Please meet poor Mr. Crawler, or anyone else. If you should find this diary, will you please keep it safe for me? Because someday, I hope.
No more.
I'd gone to the country to find food. When I came back, the block was surrounded by police.
We made it our business to find out how they knew. It was a thief. It was a thief who told them.
It seems strange to say this, that anyone could be happy in a concentration camp. But Anne was happy in that camp in Holland where they first took us. Finally, after 2 years of being shut up in these rooms, she could be out in the sunshine, in the fresh air that she so loved.
A little more?
Thank you. The news of the war was good. The British and the Americans were sweeping through France. We were sure that they would get to us in time. In September, we were to be shipped to Poland. The men to one camp. The women to another. I was sent to Auschwitz. They went to Belsen. In January, we were freed, the few of us who were left. The war wasn't yet over, so it took us a long time to get home. We were sent here and there behind the lines where we'd be safe. Each time our train would stop at a siding or a crossing, we would get out and go from group to group. Where were you? Oh, did you know my husband? Did you see my wife, my son? My daughter. That's how I found out about my wife's death. Of Margaret. The Van Dans. Peter. Do so. But Anne, I still hoped. Yesterday, I went to Rotterdam. I had heard of a woman there. She had been in Belgium with Anne. I know now.
In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart.
She puts me to shame.